What's up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight? Now, what you're gonna see in the next scene is probably a messed up green screen, so pay no attention to it. Pay no attention to it. Okay, alright, are we good? I think we're good. Alright, yes, we're still on that journey. We're trying to get that hood, bro. We are trying to get that hood. Hey, how you doing, Brendan? Oh my goodness. I upped the budget. Hey, Pokey, trash green screen. I know it's blue. What the fuck am I thinking, dude? The whole thing is blue. Oh man, how you guys doing today? I think tomorrow we're gonna be saying farewell to World of Warcraft. Maybe one last go around in World of Warcraft before I officially hang it up and, you know, unsubscribe. Again, this is of my own choice. I can't, like, if it wasn't for the fact that World of Warcraft is, hold on. If it wasn't for the fact that World of Warcraft was, like, I don't know, not a bot game. Like, if it was Diablo, it would be a lot different. If this was like a bot game, it would be a lot different. If it was Overwatch, it'd probably be a lot different too. But now it's a subscription-based game, you know? You're hoping that tonight I'm not cursed. Yeah! I'm hoping I'm not cursed too! I've been cursed for a couple days. I've been incredibly cursed for a couple days. Can I just have my hood? I just want my hood, you know? You know what? Screw this. Put this away. Oh man, Mr. Pain and Sorrow, thank you for checking, see if my wait, hold on. Oh no, that's a bottle. I thought the bottle was some. I thought it was a tear in my green screen. I was about to say this bitch is new. I want it. I don't want it broke. I don't want it torn yet. Jeez. Run around in all the areas of WoW. That's what I would do when I say goodbye to the game. The thing is that I haven't been to all the areas of WoW. I would say the only way I could say goodbye to World of Warcraft at this point would be to, like, check out the areas I've already been in and maybe see that, like, you know, check out every character that I've used and see where it's at. Reminisce on the time. Like, I don't have much to reminisce. I don't have, like, deep, fond memories of it, but I just wish I could play the game without feeling some type of way, because I just do. I feel some type of way. And it's not World of Warcraft's fault. It's, you know, it's Blizzard's fault. And their shit just keeps getting deeper. Oh, Lilith, you're awake? Well, hello, Lilith. We're about to go into... Wait, hold on. I gotta check and see if they're even here. Nope, nobody here. Nobody in the... Nobody there. I guess I'm going in. What's happening is that I'm going into Holminster Switch so I can get the hood. I don't have... I'm missing the hood. And I don't want to use the trust system, because the trust system is way too slow. So I might as well go in with some randos. I don't think they wanted... You know, I don't think they wanted this to happen, obviously. But they kind of dug their own hole, yeah. They kind of did it. But, you know, all that I can do and all I can say is that I've had some good times in WoW. I've had some good times with Overwatch. Definitely with Overwatch. Oh my god, I had good times with Overwatch. I had to really stop playing because Overwatch was A, making me angry, and, and B, Final Fantasy was back in my life, and C, I really didn't, you know, it's not that I don't think Overwatch is fun, I just think it was time for me to just put it down. Well, thank you, Pokey. Well, all I'm saying is any game I play, when I say goodbye, I don't care if I die. Because I'm just running in all the areas, make a video of my own to watch later on. That makes me feel some type of, like, it makes me feel kind of heartwarmed there, Brendan. I saw a Mad Season show. Apparently, he's quitting WoW. Mad Season show is quitting WoW. And to be honest, I didn't watch a lot of Mad Season show. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about the fact that he's leaving WoW. He said that he had over 600 videos on WoW, that he's been doing this whole thing for years. It was kind of heartbreaking. Yeah, you're not kidding. It was heartbreaking. I've only been watching Mad Season for like a few months, and I've been like binging his videos for a while, and he puts effort into how, like, his sense of humor, and even though he's like completely and utterly monotone, he does a good job. Sorry, this is just a fan. If I don't have a fan, I completely burn up here. Actually, what can I do with this in the background? You know what? I'll do something else. Give me a second. There's another way to do this. Oh crap! I almost missed it. Oh crap. Yeah. Yeah, every time I turn this on though, this has to come up. They also quit WoW. Oh no, we're taking the mofo with us. Oh, very confident we have here. We have a very confident mage. What level is my culinarian? Not very high. No, the stream is kind of lagging. And I think I don't know why it's lagging. I'm looking at it too. I think it's, oh, you know what it is? I turned on the air conditioner. I don't know if it's like the electricity or something. Maybe it's, yeah, it looks weird. Oh, I see. Dude, why is it doing that? Okay, gotta throw on all the buffs. I see what's happening here. Okay, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, why is it that... Wait, hold on. Oh, I wasn't able to stay alive! They got it. Here be. Oh, he... That was a moment. Yeah, it's really lagging. It's lagging on my part too. Too much going on in 14? And 14 is not even that intensive. Wait, I think I know the solution to this. I'm gonna do this while fighting. Okay, let's see. Maybe it has something to do with this? Ah, there it is. That's why it's lagging. There, I think I fixed it while fighting. Nah, I think it was my graphics card. Which means it's time for me to look for or maybe there's something that is not optimized right for my graphics card. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, but the reason why I'm here is I need a damn hood. There's a hood in here I'm looking for, and the only way I can get it is by doing this dungeon. And the hood is really good when it comes right down to being a glamour. And that's what I want. I want it for glamour. But knowing my luck, which I've been having a very hard time with, I'm not going to get it. Can we kill it before? Nah, I'm not going to go. Yeah, that's... Hood. That's a hat. That is not the right hat. That is not the right hat. I don't want that hat. Oh, howly. Okay. How's my health? How's my health? My health is looking good. Some temp boost here. I got the Heart of Stone. Alright, cool. I'm surviving this one. I think the healer's really hardcore, though. What they don't know is that I selected this dungeon. Oh boy, no, 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 no. Let me put some heals on. Okay. Stay inside the bubble. Stay inside the bubble. Alright. Looking good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright. Now that I can talk, sort of. So, anybody hear about what Zenosa said about Asmon? And what Asmon is trying to do before Endwalker? Alright, I'm a dum-dum. I should have thought ahead about that. We know who is making the stream curse, but maybe Sync is... Not Xenos, Xenosis. Streamer. Does a lot of raiding. I think recently he's been doing... trying to come back into 14. But he's been doing, like, World of Warcraft raiding. And I think he stopped because of, you know, his own volition and everything like that. Woo! That damage. Woo! That damage. Ah! I wish I was at level 80 so I can appreciate that more. Hood, 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 hood. Not a hood. That is garbage, garbage. I should keep that honestly. Garbage, garbage. Why did I take my flappy ass all the way to the middle of the field? You will see. Oh, get out of here. Did you see the benchmark trailer? I did. I know I did. I know Lilith definitely had to have. You saw what? You saw, oh, he won't beat an ultimate. Yeah, that's the thing. Zapla kind of put the challenge on him, saying like, I bet you won't beat an ultimate before Endwalker, and he was just like, psh, I'll do it. And he's betting 10,000 subs. He says he'll bet 10,000 subs if he doesn't make it. Now, I think Asmon can make it, but he's distracting himself by a lot of things. For instance, he's doing like all the extremes and everything. Oh. Well, Lilith, you shouldn't be up in the first place. It's like after midnight over here. Well, for you, it's after midnight. You should be trying to get some sleep. The denial, your willpower, it's admirable. Wait, did he get stunned twice or something? He did. He got stunned twice. That's why it didn't work. Man. Them and their stuns. Next one's a weapon. That's not a weapon. Oh, there's the weapon. Oh. There's the weapon. Oh, I get it. You're empowered by darkness, and the night gives you strength. But, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Ooh, I'm not. Alright, and someone should be getting beamed to the face. No, it's the knockup. It's the knockup. I forgot when the beam to the face happens. Oh no! Wow! You saw all that not damage I was taking? Alright, back to the 30-second combo. Can I parry that? I can. I can parry that. That's funny. That's funny. There we go. Oh, I got the Greaves! Ah! Don't I already have the mana trigger? I do, so there's like no point. Oh. Guess Honey's taking it. Ah! God damn it. God damn it. I definitely don't want to do trust. Trust sucks. Trust sucks. It's so slow. I don't want to do trust. Might as well get the other thing out of the way. I'm about to do something crazy, bro. Look at this. Okay. What we're about to do, I'm gonna do expert real quick. We're gonna get right back to Holminster Switch. And I'm going in as a black mage. One of the worst casts I have no luck in. I'm hoping I can just get this hood, man. Lilith is the fear. She is the blackest abyss. She is the darkest, deepest. Wait, the deepest darkness? Oh, wait, let me look at my, of the swirling abyss. Oh, I'm only of the swirling abyss. That's a little too edgy, right? Of the swirling abyss. Let's see. Adversary, that's funny. Adversary Sinkweaver, Step Warrior Sinkweaver, Sinkweaver the Liberator, the UI Cup Champion, Sinkweaver the Blood Dragoon, Gembreaker, jeez, Eorzean Ninja. There's a lot of titles. The God of War. The God of War. God of War. I love that. I love that. I might use it, but everybody uses it. Wow. It takes 12 minutes to get in there. Monster Hunter, Kingsglaive, brother of another myth. Wait, how did I get that? How did I get Kingsglaive? Was it the Noctis event, maybe? Guys, was that the Noctis event? I only use the title The Insatiable. Because I'm always hungry and will eat everyone and everything. Ooh, that makes sense. Kingsglaive Sinkweaver. Sworn Protector. Sinkweaver. Dungeon Raider, Dungeon Dweller. Oh look, writer of history. It's that or the God of War. I like the God of War here. Writer of history, Sinkweaver. I think that kind of suits me since I'm a lore content creator. We can fight the Cursed Wave. CC Core? I don't know who CC Core is. I guess I'll be the writer of history. All those frame skips, bro. Woo! Woo! Oh my goodness. Alright. You know what? No. I want to be able to get into this dungeon as fast as possible. So we're gonna switch back over to my boy. We're gonna get this done and out the way now. Let's go. Let's 8 minutes. Sorry? 8 minutes. You put me on an 8-minute wait for a tank? Are you kidding me? I'm confused. Wait. What is it? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Yes, I'm repairing it. Now I have 199% of repair. Hold on, wait. What is in healers? Okay. I should have looked at that first. I'm no healer. Oh, that happened? Okay, cool. Let's go! Oh wait, there's some people who's first time here? Ooh, okay. This will be exciting. Like, sup? Bro, what the heck are you wearing and why do you look like that? I think Rogadins have like a really weird body proportion. Did you just stun them? You did! Did he just pull him in? Or no, he walked up to me. Nice! Guys, can you see me? I'm somewhere in this mass of light and destruction. Can you see me? Maybe maybe everybody from the wild side is right. Maybe this game is too fucking bright. How rare is that hood? If you think about it, every piece of gear, every class has a gear piece in that dungeon. I think there are like, what, over 30 pieces in that dungeon? You have to think about that. Or is it over 40 pieces? Oh, we don't have anybody like that. Oh, I'm going in here. What? Why is he pointing that way? You better not move out of this. I swear, if you move out of the salted earth, I hate you. I hate you forever. I hate you with every part of my soul. You're a piece of shit, cat. Ooh, yeah, I mean, that's cool and all, but... let's see, do I have that? No, I'll greed for that. Do I have that? No, I'll greed for... I can greed for that,
what
but...
took you so long? The amounts are in trouble. Let's split up.
Wait, what the hell is that? Oh wait, what the hell? Is she fighting back there? She is, she's fighting back there. Is she like sweeping or something? Tiamat? Hello?
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait, where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. Oh, thanks. I've always wanted the headpiece from this place. And not the other headpiece from another place. My god. Oh god, I got the earrings offending. I didn't mean to do that. Nice. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm trying to see if I can prove that this game isn't blinding. Final Fantasy is kind of blinding, sadly. There's also been some people. Oh wait. So I looked over the Quinn case again. The dude who said, who said he gave he gave Final Fantasy his best shot. Turns out he didn't get very far before taking a boost. It's gonna come out real slow like. Nice. I need to get me more coffee. It's not really blinding. I have animation set on all parties. Limited. So you have it like I do. I get to see my party members and what they're doing. This is the reason why I keep their animation on. Kind of an idiot. I don't have to like everyone. Well, how about in your professional opinion then? I mean, you can dislike the guy. That's fine. You can have all the reasons to not like the guy. But how do you think he came to his conclusion when he didn't really play the game? Kind of late. Oh, party animations limited too? My party animation is on. I want to see what they're doing. I can see through what they're doing, and I don't really have to know what I'm doing. I'm pressing buttons to know what I'm doing. Oh, look at that! Look at T-Mod come up. Oh, missed that last chance. He judged based on his own failure. I think he shouldn't have boosted, honestly. And he sat there and said that he read the entire plot in 3 days, which is possible, sure, but like, really, man? Ooh. Don't need that. Might need that. Don't need that. Might need that. Woo! Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. This is the reason why I need coffee. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Ah! Damn you, Bahamut wannabe. I'll take it. Ooh. I'll take it. I didn't know where I should have stood, honestly. He took a boost, then jumped into EX Savage, not knowing his job. If the game isn't for you, it's not for you, but don't unfairly hate on it. Did he hate on it? I thought he said he gave it his best shot. Huh? Did he like really hate on the game? He said he just, you know, he didn't like it. Oh! I accidentally clicked on him. Woo, look at that 40k! Twisted Screams? Nah, bro. For example, when I played Zelda Breath of the Wild, my friend did the beginning string, so in many platforms, I never learned how to do the counter attack, but I still won. Thank you. Ooh. And look at that 3-player. Well, you can't see it, but I have 3-player columns. So, let me get this straight. Quinn just jumped into an EX. I thought that was the regular Shinryu that he jumped into. But he jumped into a savage fight or an extreme fight of Shinryu. That's, I don't know. Why would you jump into a harder fight? Like, I think his thing was that he probably had like the mentality of like every WoW player to just get to the end and do all the hard shit. Oh, can I report him? I can report him. I just don't understand. Let me see. Did he really do... So Quinn tried Final Fantasy XIV and reviewed the game. What? He reviewed the game? Oh, Kogan. Oh, wait, hold on.
Guys, I am ashamed of the 14 community right now. A wholesome and fun streamer came from WoW to try 14 out for the first time. He gave it a good shot, and at the end of the day, he just didn't like the game. And then
So this is the guy, right? Quentin, right? Quinn. Yep, I'm done with Final Fantasy XIV, gave it my best shot, and really don't understand the hype. I think it's due to the fact that I'm not a huge into the lore. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a mini heart attack after hearing that. Ow. Even I don't say shit about WoW's lore. I think WoW's lore is really good. It's just, you know, has too many retcons and plot holes. It needs to tie things together. Jeez, he's like, I'm not a huge fan on the lore. Weeb aesthetic. Weeb aesthetic? What? Okay. Slow, clunky gameplay. Lack of RPG mechanics. What? Wait, what? Final Fantasy is more RPG than WoW. Character customization? Really, a lack of character customization? Okay, I mean, if you can literally make yourself in the game, but okay, just gonna let that one go. But and a non-existent PvP. All right, well, he's right about that. There, the PvP ain't. It's not there. Waifus are 10 out of 10 though.
that's fair, that's his opinion. He can say whatever he wants, and you know what? He gave it a good shot, and that's all that matters. And even after giving his opinion, people are still shitting on him.
Yeah, I enjoy WoW story more than Final Fantasy story by a mile.
Okay, after giving his opinion, people
What?
are still shitting on him.
Yeah, I enjoy
WoW story more than
Final Fantasy story by a mile.
But like, you didn't even experience the story, right? I heard you boosted, bro. I heard you boosted.
Okay, that's perfectly fine to say. That's his opinion.
Oh my god, I think there's no need to justify his opinion. He clearly didn't know anything he was talking about. If someone has no clue about what he's talking about, his opinion matters nothing. He said he wanted to try the end game. Oh my god. So he just skipped to the end game. Did no one like warn the guy that Final Fantasy is kind of a linear story? Like, did no one like tell the guy? Or... just like Kingdom Hearts, all of them had a few different systems and did never learned how to master systems, but I still got through it fine. It was just hard mode for me.
what can you do about it? He just likes WoW story better than 14.
Yeah,
you need to be
that's-
more open-minded about
Yeah,
new
he
players
just
and their
likes
opinions
WoW
about the
story.
story
It's
because
fine.
you know
It's
what?
whatever,
Maybe
dude.
14 story isn't everyone's cup of tea, and I feel
I'm gonna
that.
boost. I'm gonna boost.
If I remember correctly, the dude said he wasn't gonna boost, right? Right? He said he wasn't gonna boost.
I'm boosting.
Wait, hold up. No. Stop. No, he's just joking. He didn't really boost through the story, did he?
Samurai easily.
No. I don't understand all the drama about it. I think anyone with a common sense would not take his opinion
People saying
seriously.
Samurai easily.
I think the point is that his opinion is so outlandish and stupid that it doesn't, like, it's not even like a plausible excuse. Or I think people were just like dumbfounded by what his answers were. I'm covering his face. What are you doing there, you little bastard? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I won't say that.
No. Please. He did not boost. He was just joking. He's just joking. He didn't boost. He actually tried and played through the story. That he didn't boost. Please tell me he didn't.
So I'm gonna buy. Wait, what the fuck? I'm gonna buy skipping story.
Oh no, Quinn, please tell me you did not actually do this. You're making this a little bit hard for me to defend you right now.
Yeah, I enjoy WoW story more than Final Fantasy story.
How? How did he enjoy this? How does he enjoy the WoW story over Final Fantasy if he didn't experience the story? He skipped 3. He skipped literally A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, and Stormblood because he's on. All right.
By a mile.
Okay, you know what? He probably got far enough in the story to justify a boost, right? How far did he get?
He simply fishes them up in a safe zone.
No, he didn't do just one dungeon and then said, I'm gonna boost. He didn't. He didn't just do that. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't just do one dungeon and boost it. He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Right.
He didn't do
Oh.
that. He didn't.
Quinn, no, baby, please.
He didn't do that. That's a
It's little
lie.
bad, but
That's a lie.
Maybe his WoW skills translated over so he can actually be a good player in 14. Maybe. So, yeah.
That's a lie. He didn't do that.
Freddy,
Oh.
Freddy, Freddy.
Wait, hold on. Delta Escape V1 Savage. He's doing Savage. He's doing Savage. He boosted. He skipped the story. Fine, skip the story, whatever. That's what you do, you know? But like, I was about to make fun of everyone for mocking someone who said 14 isn't their cup of tea. Listen, if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. Like, if you went through the game and you didn't like it, that's fine. But like, what? This dude didn't even like go through the story. He doesn't even know anything about the story. He's,
Good spreading cheek. Good spreading Freddy.
Don't you dare yell
Where
at
were
the.
the heels?
He yelled at the healers.
Where were the heels?
He yelled at the healers. He yelled at the healers.
Active time maneuver.
His hands are not on the. Are you gonna do something?
What?
No? Just gonna sit there? Okay. Listen, bro. Listen. Okay? I got a lot of things to tell you. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What's going on?
I didn't know what that was, bro.
Oh, you probably would have known if you had done the mechanic before!
Okay, we all failed the action maneuver at least once in our lives. You probably learned the second time around.
Boosting to
Oh,
the
shit.
stage of the game where you can get carried. Brilliant.
Wait.
Boosting to
Oh,
the
shit.
stage of the game where you can get carried.
Wait, are the people who are subbing to him also roasting him as well?
Brilliant.
I
Well, you-
forgot about the collect thing.
Oh, you just suck, dude. Learned core class at a very basic level. Was able to keep up with level 80 experienced gamers when I was not spurging out. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie.
You need to telegraphs, blah blah blah, without getting hit. Dodge lightning skills, get hit. Walk into the clear without getting hit. What? Okay, dude, this is way too much. I shouldn't need a guide on how telegraphs works. A telegraph should be a telegraph.
You know,
I will give him that. I will give him that. A telegraph should be a telegraph to let you know what to do, right? I'll give him that. But
Dude, this is way too much.
Delta 4 Savage. I'm just saying.
I shouldn't need a guide on how telegraphs works. A telegraph should be a telegraph.
you know, I
Delta
wanna say
4
this in the nicest
Savage.
way, but Quinn, I think you just have a reading problem.
I think
You just have. Whoa, what the
the thing
heck?
that's good about this game, I guess, is the story, right? And the fact is,
But you didn't experience the story. This guy's breaking my soul.
I fucking hate the story, boys. The story sucks dick. You have to read it, bro. Yeah, I enjoy WoW story more than Final Fantasy story.
Skip if not voice act. Wow. He skipped most of the story. That's one, using the boost. And he skipped the non-voice acted ones, which are just as important as the voice acted ones. This guy.
Sorry by a mile.
I think the biggest thing to take away from all of this is that it's usually about the journey to get to the end game. You can literally take me or anybody who's playing 14 and force them to play WoW, and they won't enjoy the journey. In fact, boosting them to end game probably won't help anything at all. It's kind of like if you took a book and then you open it up and you just skip right to the ending, and you don't even read the ending. You just skip to the end, just be like, I'm at the end now. This sucks. Real quick, sorry about that.
That's true. That's true. That's exactly what's happening right now.
But, I just totally remember that Quinn doesn't even know what a book is, probably. So, Quinn, I'm sorry about that. I'll think of a better example next time for you.
You have to read it, bro. You have to read.
Because you don't have that initial, like, want to play the game, it's gonna already ruin your experience ahead of time. Quinn from the start should have...
Most of WoW's story is in books in text form. Yeah, that's why I had to go through immersion. I used immersion because the wall of text that was like in the top screen up there that always pops up, I was like, oh man, this is kind of putting me to sleep. I'm going to read it though, and I think people were surprised in my video when I actually read the story, and people were just like, I didn't know about the story in that quest or anything about that quest. It's funny when you read something and you figure some stuff out that even veterans don't know. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
quit a long time ago instead of forcing himself to keep playing the game, and thus leading to these awkward clips of him hating on the game.
I use the job! I use the job!
Learned core class at very basic level. Really? Kept up with level 80 experienced gamers. Did ya?
Once again, I want to say that Quinn is obviously entitled to his own opinion, but, you know, just leads to very not fair opinions when you haven't really played through most of the game, and when you say that you don't like the story because you have to read, that makes it... I don't get... Yeah, you leave me speechless. I don't even know what to say, honestly. One last thing I'll say about all this is the fact that, Quinn, you say a lot of stuff in this game is kind of immersion breaking. You don't really like some things in this game. You made a comment about one thing in this game that you should probably never make a comment about.
This game is how good the female model characters look, but otherwise I can't get the aesthetic, dude. The fact that these guys can be, like, the fact that these guys... maybe I'm a role player, certain elements of immersion being broken.
Never make fun of the Lalafels. Just don't. Those players are probably the most scariest players in the world. Trust me. I know from experience.
If this tweet gets 1,000 likes, I'll be a lame ass Lalafell until Endwalker. Uh-oh.
You don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with them. Quinn's mod. Instability number 1. Or instability number 1. You started the game too eager to attempt the end game and couldn't enjoy the moment questing. You then boosted on a class you don't have a clue about and relied on seasoned players to kill bosses for you. Like you claim you gave this game a fair shot or a fair chance. That's all I needed to see. His mod was like, bro, you didn't even play the fucking game. Bro, you didn't even play the fucking game. You didn't even play the fucking game. You didn't even play the game. How are you going to say anything if you didn't play the game? Okay. I'm a little sad. Wait, what? Another retcon? Guys, is there another retcon? For WoW? Another retcon? On the new Elune cinematic. There's a new Elune cinematic?
Alright, let's watch this one right here.
How dare you come here, sister? After our cries for aid went unheard, unanswered.
I'm sorry.
This is Elune.
Can I just say that the slow speaking, the voice acting in WoW is a little unsettling. I have nothing wrong with the voice acting, and in the case of just how they deliver, it's just like they could speak a little faster.
I heard your cries, felt your pain, and in the wake of tragedy, sent forth the cascade of souls.
So that's a loon? Is that a loon? That's a loon, right? This right here is a loon. In... What's her name? Like Malfurion's wife, right?
To sustain you. Oh, the great tree. All who perished there were claimed by the Maw. Then I have condemned my favored children.
Any new development with Blizzard stock? Probably. It probably went down again. I haven't checked. I've not checked.
What
By our hand, we may yet guide their souls unto their spring. Starting with this one.
Tyrande invoked me.
Tyrande, that's her name. That's her name.
She must choose vengeance or renewal.
Why'd that happen? What's this?
That looks like the thing that we picked up when I killed that dragon. Is
What's
that
the rock?
Why is Asmund asking that? Asmund should know.
What the hell? What the hell is that? It's a tier of Elune?
That's the
Oh, yeah, of course it is. Right. Oh, and she doesn't have the same fucking face masks and shit. Look at that, because she had like all this stuff on her face, and now she doesn't have it anymore. Like, what is this thing here? Like, listen to what she says here. I'm confused about this.
Tragedy sent forth the cascade of souls to sustain you.
So how did Elune send forward the souls that died in Teldrassil? Does that mean that she caused Teldrassil to happen? Like, I'm so confused about this.
Wait, what? What happened with Tidrasil? I know he's saying it wrong. What happened with Tidrasil? Like I said, Quinn might be a nice guy and all, but this is just being
let
stupid.
it happen. So she
Quinn did not give the game a fair shot. So his explanations and his whatever is now void because he didn't play the game.
We don't need no fire, let that motherfucker burn. So you're telling me that it was an inside job? Really?
Wait, who burned the tree? Who burnt the tree?
Like it was an inside job. She could have stopped Sylvanas. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, like, you know, whenever in the Bible, it's like God has to send a sign to the people. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go find a crazy sheep herder and I'm going to talk to him. No, I'm not. I mean, you know, I could just come down and have like a global revelation and just tell everybody, no. We're going to whisper in the ear of a crazy goat herder and tell him exactly what God wants everybody to know. Like, what is this? It's like the logic behind the actions just is completely Q-loon. It's just doesn't make sense.
Because these things aren't really much explained beyond being given a name. Here, care about this that hasn't properly been explained or introduced out of nowhere. Why?
Yeah, so Tyrande has to forgive Sylvanas.
I'm trying to hear Asmund on his explanation of what's going on, but I'm so confused right now. So you telling me they burnt the tree on purpose? Really?
That's like, I don't know what to say. Like, what do people say? I want to read the comments of this, okay? Give me a second. Sylvanas burnt Teldrassil. Sylvanas raised Zora and Sivir. Blizzard, it's Elune's fault. So Elune sensed there was something wrong, so she sacrificed her favorite children, only to be told that they were all went to the Maw. She knew something was wrong, but she didn't know exactly what was wrong. I'm a little confused.
Not gonna lie.
Says, in the wake of tragedy. That strikes me as she tried to direct the souls where she needed after something horrible happened, but it failed because what the jailer was doing. No, because she said that before the Winter Queen told her that they went to the Maw. Doesn't even make any sense. Somehow I feel like if Elune did what was the same as Illidan, sacrificed his moon guard to defeat the Burning Legion, Black were cold, even the goddess of the moon imitated it. No, but that's the difference. Here's the difference with Illidan and Elude. Illidan won. Remember that? Illidan won. Sargeras is in jail. Yeah, the music was great. Some of it.
Wait. What is the ultimate fate of Illidan? I thought he basically became the jailer to Sargeras, right? I thought that's what happened. Illidan, when he sacrificed his moon guard to defeat the Burning Legion in Black Rook Hold, but like he survived, didn't he? The only writing is just so awful. You need to stretch the lore so much for it to barely make sense. And if 99% of the players think your plot is stupid, you failed in telling a nice story. Whether it makes sense or not, it's failure if all the players think you're stupid writers.
Illidan won. Sargeras is in jail. Yeah, the music was great. Some of it was good. Like, yeah, sure, I get it, but I don't know. I feel like it's just every cinematic causes more questions than it answers, and I do
very
think
much
that
so.
With
Very
retail
much
WoW,
so.
This is something that they've, I think, kind of fallen a little bit behind on, and the way that Final Fantasy tells stories is, I think, much more. It's much easier to understand, and it's much easier to do than if, let's say, I guess I can just use what I said before, right? I wanted to like talk around it and not use the same example that I used before, but Final Fantasy tells the story in tweets and WoW tells them in TwitLonger. And the reality is that people don't want to read a TwitLonger. They'll read a tweet because it's like only 2 or 3 lines. They're like, okay, I see this, and then I move on. But
Wait, Asmund, hold on, bro. Doesn't like Final Fantasy also like I don't know, tell their stories in a more concise narrative, having a connection between one storyline and another? Like, I may not like Stormblood all so much, but I'm gonna just tell you, Stormblood is still good story writing. It's still good writing. Okay? as much as I don't really love it, it's okay. Stormblood is okay story writing. I don't think it's better than Heaven's Word. It's definitely not better than Shadowbringers, but it is better than A Realm Reborn. I think, you know, 14 has their story. If you're saying it's a twit, like it's a tweet, and they're doing a tweet longer, then like why do they hold back so much information within the story? Like there's still so many questions, man. I'll let you speak. I'll let you speak, man.
But whenever you see like this giant block of text, you think to yourself, ah, fuck this, right? I don't want to do this. And so that's the way I look at it. Yeah, the WoW devs are basically the people that put the paragraphs in chat. And it's like, this is a very, very well thought out paragraph with like capital letters, periods, sentences, structure to it, proper nouns that are capitalized. And then it's like, so yeah, sorry about it. Well, actually, that's a, you know, and that's it.
What?
That's the whole thing. It's gone. And it's gone in just a few seconds. And this is the way that people look at WoW Quest. Am I wrong? Is that, like, if they had that for WoW Quest, is that not what you would fucking do? No, I think that absolutely is. Like, you probably read, like, the first 3 lines of the quest, and then you say, fuck it, and then you read the bottom of what you're supposed to do, and that's about it. And I do think that, like, overall, the Shadowlands storyline, let's talk a little bit about the Shadowlands storyline. I think that the Shadowlands storyline is unironically pretty good. Now, in my opinion, I think the best story is by far the Bastion one, because it actually...
Okay, I will agree with that one. I did enjoy the Bastion storyline for Shadowlands. I will agree with him with that one. However, I thought that... Because I am in Maldraxxus... Well, I was in Maldraxxus. I did Maldraxxus. And I think the reason why Maldraxxus didn't, like, hit me as hard is because you literally went in, fought a few battles, said that, oh, this house needs you because you're immortal, find out the mystery of the Primus, and then we went into the throne room, only for me to be like, you must go and tell them the jailer's true name. And it's just like, I'm pretty sure the brokers know the jailer's true name. It was like his intentions to gather all the souls, and I'm like, well, you know, the arbiter's down and all the souls are going to the mall. What do you think the jailer's going? Like, I just think Maldraxxus could have been stretched out a little bit more with its storyline. I think they should have gave more credence to it, but Maldraxxus felt more like an unfinished area to me than it was anything else. But Bastion, I didn't even explore all of Bastion, and I think there's still stuff more in there. And I kind of like the story in Bastion because you get to meet Uther, right? Well, you didn't meet him. He passes by and says, you know, fuck your toys, and he breaks it, and you're like, why? Why did you do it, Uther? Why? And he flies away saying, like, I'm like, Uther, no, why? I liked you, man. He's gone. You have to figure out, like, what the Fallen was, like, where did they come from? Who's the source of the Fallen? Are the Kyrian really... There's these Kyrian who are working for the Maw, you know? It's crazy shit. Rich said about Heaven's Word after beating it, there is no way any expansion after this can be better. I cried like 3 times. Heaven's Word is my second favorite. Heaven's Word is my second favorite expansion. Shadowbringers is my first favorite expansion. I love Heaven's Word. I loved it. I really did. Making Lise the leader of what... Making Lise the leader was a very questionable decision. I know she had the heart for it. And I think, honestly, Raban should... I think Raban is the leader. She did say she wasn't the leader type. If people remember, Raban had to... He left. I think... Yeah, didn't he leave? Hold on. I just want to be sure. 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 FFX. Raban. There it is. He left, right? He... Out of all the pictures. Age, 44. Damn. Stormblood. Okay. With Scions returning following liberation, Raban makes a plan to renew the push further into Girabania again. Again, attempts to take Castrum. Catalium Valadin. Okay, blah 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 blah. Only issues of Castrum. Raban asks the Warrior of Light and Lise Hext. Her last name is Hext. To accompany him to his home village outside his old home. He recounts his past and how Lisa's father met him years ago, prompted an echo flashback. Okay. Alright. So it doesn't say here he became a leader. It just says, oh, he is a leader. Okay. But, like, he's still affiliated to Immortal Flames. Okay. He calls so much of it in Heaven's Word, and he's so invested. Rich is fully on board with Final Fantasy now. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm still here, bastard. Jason Miller? Jason Miller? He was Raban's voice? Oh, wow. In the Realm Reborn, I guess. Oh, the Sultana released him. Okay, so he did become a leader of some sort. Okay. Allowing him to stay. Wait. The Nanamo dismisses Raban from the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate, allowing him to stay. His Ul'Dan post being succeeded by Pippin. Okay, I remember that. I remember Pippin did succeed him. His son. Lise assigns him the command of Alamegan army. Wait. Is Lise? Okay, Alamegan Resistance. Is she... Circle of Knowledge, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. Is she the leader of the Resistance? Oh, okay, I mean... That's weird. To be the general of the Alamegan forces. The Sultana forced him to do it. Ismail also sings the Shadowbringers thing. Yes, I do know that. I do know that. That's why I was surprised. That's why I was really surprised. Feels like how Final Fantasy VII was in Loss and Revenge. Jesus. It's all about loss and revenge. It is Heaven's Word. Oh, jeez. Heaven's Word. Look at that. You know the thing about Stormblood and the end of all this is that Papalymo, we had to like, there it is, there he is. Wait. Where is he? He's somewhere in here. Is that our player? Is that the player character that they choose? Yeah, that has to be him. What's real sad is that Lise had to, and this is supposed to be some sort of grandeur kind of picture. Honestly, the whole Stormblood thing, it was more exhausting than it is like, just like grandeur and everything like that. And I kind of liked her personality before. During Stormblood, Lise comes to terms with what happened to her sister and resolved to free her homeland from the Garlean forces. After losing Papalymo, she begins to mature and become her own person. That's the thing that kind of sucks, though. Lise, when she okay. Lise becoming the 180 instead of being like all bubbly and everything, I would think she would have some of that into her, but you know, she had to be the leader of the resistance, which meant that she was no longer funny. She was no longer funny. I loved old Lise when she was when she wasn't Lise, she was Yida, right? When she took up the identity Yida, she was funny. Then she matured and became boring. She really did. She became boring. So, and I don't know why she's the leader of the resistance, honestly. I thought, honestly, Raban would have been the best person to be the leader of the resistance. He's the general of the army, but I think Alamegan resistance. I don't know if she's the leader of the resistance or is just, you know, part of it. I don't know. I think Stormblood is fine, but it seems so small and insignificant compared to the literal fate of the star, but it's also head-started the whole Xenos thing. I think Stormblood was to get to know... was to get a little closer to the Garleans and to get to know, like, the titular character of Xenos, which some people liked. A lot of people didn't like Xenos. I didn't like the fact that they stole our kill. What I mean by that is that they didn't... we didn't actually do the finishing blow. Alright, back to this retcon here.
Actually has nuance to it, and it's interesting. Where, like, people are, like, forgetting their memories, and the enemies in the Bastion, like the Forsworn, don't necessarily, like, yeah, they made them evil, which I thought was stupid, but, like, really, it's just a different perspective, because I do think that, like, the way that Shadowlands Bastion, like, has people become Ascendants is oppressive. 100% it is. And I was really disappointed. I'll be honest with you guys. In Shadowlands, the fact that we killed Devos, who, by the way, was, like, in my opinion, the Bastion, Kyrian, the Warbringers cinematic that they had with, like, Uther and Davos and the Archon, where, like, Uther throws Arthas into the maw, that was the best one they've ever done. There was nothing else that was even close. Like, obviously, some of their, like, full production cinematics are better, but I mean, like, in terms of that type of cinematic, I think that it was better than Ursoc, it was better than, like, the Elune one, it was better than any of them, and it was better by a fucking mile. Like, the fact that you can do that much character development in just a small window, that was actual expert, like, brilliant storytelling. And
I think Xenos is definitely something. Whether or not he's a monster is debatable, only because he really wants just a good fight. And a lot of ambiguity comes from comes with the fact that he just wants a good fight. He just wants a good fight. He really does. He wants to raise the Warrior of Light to be, like, his best rival. But in Stormblood, he was seen as a monster because he was unstoppable. He whoops your ass twice, and then you whoop his ass in a dungeon, and then they cop out with the whole Shinryu thing, man. They really copped out. The old guy took over for... Oh, yeah. Lise took over for him. Sorry, I forgot his name. The old guy. What's his name? I forgot his name. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Lise did take over because the old guy said, "You have heart. You should lead the resistance." And I'm like, bro, what about the cat girl who's been working with you for years? Nope, Lise. I'm like, what? Okay. Make her more like Zelda. In very few games, Zelda was queen, but just not married. But she was fun, but could be serious with matters of war or for Hyrule. I don't think I would like Lise to be Zelda. Especially since there's all these different dynamics with Zelda. Lately, Zelda has been this bubbly young girl who has a whole bunch of hope and intelligence and is just like, Link. Beware the red moon. Link! I'm in the castle and I've been stuck in there for 100 years. Link! Listen to my voice! Meanwhile, Link is like, listen, I was asleep for 100 years. I need you to shut the hell up. I will get to you. You ain't going nowhere. I would rather Lise, you know, she could mature, but I would like to keep her bubbly personality. She was so funny. It kind of ruined Lise, to be honest. And that's my opinion, really.
The fact that they took that character and they killed it in a 5-man dungeon is a fucking tragedy. It's absolutely a tragedy, and I'm not just saying that because she's hot, okay? I think that it's also true on its own. The Ashara Warbringers was, it was cool, but like it was just, it was an 8-minute cinematic that told 2 minutes of story. Whereas like the Uther cinematic is a 5-minute cinematic or something like that that told 20 minutes of story. That's what I think the big difference is. And the WoW storylines, in my opinion, I think do in a lot of ways suck.
Oof.
Like, I will be honest, they suck. There's these, like, obvious, like, but what abouts, or, well, what ifs, and then you don't really understand these things because they're in, like, these super arcane places that you don't know where they are, and it's just very confusing for an average player, man. I will never serve. Yeah, I think that's the best example. Sylvanas, oh, well, she's serving the jailer, and we will all serve death in time, but I will never serve, and then she's doing everything for him, but she's not serving him. Like, just stop. Like, this is just, it's confusing. Like, what the fuck do you mean she's not, like, what are you talking about? Like, she's not serving the jailer. It's like, this is what I said before, right? Sylvanas is an elf. You understand that? She is an elf. And I understand, you know, Fingalfallen or whatever, and the Cimmerillion went 1v1 with Morgoth.
What?
Yes, but he lost. Number one. So yes, elves are not completely powerless. However, in the vast majority of times, elves are fucking powerless.
What?
You are literally going up against a guy who is named Death with a capital D. And you think this is a partnership. This is the same as cashiers at Walmart have the little thing on their name tag that says Walmart partner. Bro, you're not a partner with Walmart, okay? You are a minimum wage employee. This is the relationship that Sylvanas had with the jailer, okay? This is the same relationship that a fucking cashier has with Sam Walton or the people who run Walmart. That's the way that I look at it. It's just completely fucking ridiculous. Yes, they're part of the team, etc. It's just pathetic, okay? It's absolutely fucking pathetic. So, in my opinion, I thought that the entire Sylvanas arc is just, it's just so bad. It's so bad, and then also on top of that, the reason why it's really bad is because it's unfulfilling. Like, for example, like, even if you feel like you're telling a good story, if nobody likes it, maybe you're not telling a good story. You know what I mean? Like, nobody fucking likes, it seems like nobody likes the story. Overall, all I'm saying is that Final Fantasy tells their stories in a much more comprehensive and complete way. You don't have to read a book. You don't have to read weird types of, like, oh, you have to talk to this NPC that's in the corner of the bar to understand why this cinematic happens or something like that. You get all of the information given to you throughout the entire quest, and it's very well designed. Okay, it's digestible, exactly.
I mean, that's his opinion on Final Fantasy XIV story, but he had a lot to say about WoW. If players think your plot is stupid, it doesn't matter how it's intended. You fail to entertain your audience. The whole Sylvanas thing is a giant failure. I think Sylvanas should have died when she threw herself off the tower. I think that should have been the end of her story. She fulfilled her story. She said, I wanted to kill the Lich King, and the Lich King died. And she was like, freedom, and then falls. And I'm like, oh, okay. I had the luck. I had that luck on Mini Cacpot once. On the wind-up Linky. Okay. Asmon, Asmon gets it. If nobody likes it, maybe you tell a bad story. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the case. I really do think that's the case. Like... Yeah. Ain't no way. Oh my god. Oh, he fought Good King Mugamog? Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus. Ah, man. I'm sorry. He fought Good King Mugamog? Oh, man. Let me see. There is... I wonder if he put up the video. I don't think he did yet. But I'm actually going to be featured in one of Work 2 Games videos. Because I was featured in one of Bellular's videos. Yeah, that's right. No, I just happened to ask the right question, though. Can't say no to some lovely cat girls. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Actually, I can show y'all the clip. And I want you guys to take what Bellular said and see if you can agree or disagree with what he said. Because there are a lot of people who were just like, what the fuck are you talking about? So take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But Bellular did say some things that I think some people in the 14 community do not agree with. So take it with a grain of salt. But yeah. I wish I was famous. I wish I was famous, but here we go. Oh, I didn't have to press that.
It's time for me to talk about what Syncweaver just supered us saying. What do you think the new player experience is like for WoW right now? I just started WoW coming from FF because I was curious. That's an interesting way to do it. Okay, right. It's very different from FF. FF's new player experience is,
Despite being a bit clickbaity sometimes. The WoW versus 14, the new player experience. Here's the thing. I asked him how WoW's new player experience is. He goes on and talks about 14. I never said anything about 14, but he wanted to compare the two. I was like, how's WoW new player experience? Oh yeah, it's something. You know, I'd say it's pretty good. But compare that to Final Fantasy. I'm like, bro, I didn't ask that question.
I think, in some ways better, but in other ways more rough than WoW's. It's like with WoW, you go straight into Exile's Reach, and you kind of immediately just get, it's WoW. Pressing buttons is fun in WoW. I will always contend that. You know, like, assuming it's not a world...
Guys, look. There's, my name's right here. Right there. See that? Look. There it is. Oh, wait, it's behind that thing.
World boss where the whole zone's
There it
lagging
is.
out. Just
Somewhere.
doing your buttons feels great in WoW.
It's still right there. There's my name.
You immediately get that incredible responsiveness that
Yep.
Blizzard have managed to achieve with World of Warcraft. And you just get like a nice, simple, basic story. Gives you the basics. Like, I don't think it's anything super amazing, but like, it's quite good. It's quite good, so I give that a thumbs up. Absolutely. And my favorite bit of Exile's Reach, though, is actually when you reach Stormwind, or wherever for the first time, where it just kind of feels like you're back from an adventure, and now it's like, okay, cool, it's time to go.
See, the thing is, I don't know why they instantly compared it to 14. I can't give you an answer to that. I asked about World of Warcraft, and then he went on and started talking about 14. And then people started ratioing Michael or Bellular in his comments, because he did that. And then some people were talking about how he was clickbaity. Then there's some people saying like, oh, you need to get farther into the game to understand the new player experience, when people really do not understand what new player experience actually means. Okay? So, new player experience is getting into the game and having a first impression. As of right now, I am still a new player, but I am past that experience. I am past it because I am midway and I'm going towards the end. Bellular is going through his new player experience in 14. He's nowhere near in-game. I'm near in-game whether I like it or not. And he is still like level maybe 40, maybe 30 something. I don't know if he's been playing it lately. But there's this misconception that new player experience automatically means you need to get from level 1 to level 80 for Final Fantasy, and that's not the case. It's your first experience going through the basics, going through the dungeons, having a first impression. I would say when you get up between level 30 and 50, I would say when you reach level 50, you're past the new player phase. When you're in level 30, you're still in the new player phase. So I can see why he tried to compare and contrast the two different MMOs when it comes to this. But honestly, Bellular shouldn't have answered that question. Honestly, it should have been Matt. Because Matt has been playing for 6 years. So he's already gone through the new player experience. There's a lot of mentors in chat that have no clue what they're talking about. I'm not going to go ahead and go into the comments and show y'all what kind of stupid shit they've been saying. But the comments down there and how he's been ratioed for his likes to dislikes, it's absolutely insane. How they were just like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Bellular. Shut the hell up and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, it's like, guys, he's going through his new player experience right now. He kind of has a right to say what he has to say. Or at least take it with a grain of salt. Do you guys understand what a new player experience is? like...
Now, they then throw you into Battle for Azeroth, which I understand why, because they wanted you to get the most modern questing content they have done.
True, he never had to compare it. However, there are more MMOs out there. Well, that's the thing. Here's what I have to ask at this point in time. Here's what I have to ask. When you're a person who's been playing World of Warcraft for like 10 to 15 years, and then you're getting into Final Fantasy, the fact that he read my message and it had coming from FF, he probably took that as, oh, I can compare the two. So maybe there was like a reason for him to do that to answer my question a little bit more. At least he's not boosting. Like, I can understand, like, I think you may have, like, an adversity to this. Maybe you have an adversary for him comparing the two, the new player experience to WoW in 14, but I think there's something to say when you take a look at starting World of Warcraft, when you start World of Warcraft, and you start Final Fantasy, and these two, whether they like it or not, are bumping heads at the top right now. And maybe he's trying to, like, answer that question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, there are people in the comments asking, like, why are you even comparing the two? Why compare WoW and 14? People are telling him, stop talking about Final Fantasy. You're not even far enough in there. He should have just let Matt really, if they really wanted to compare and contrast, they should have let Matt do it.
But I think it would be a bit jarring for people because they don't really know what's up with Battle for Azeroth. So it's quite tricky. You know, I'd almost wonder if it would have made sense to spend more time just like setting the player up with like some of the
like right now he's talking about the new player experience in WoW. And what he says kind of echoes how I feel right now. I think they have a loose range of topics they want to cover in their talks. They use chat comments to bridge into them. Well, this is their Q&A segment where they take super chats and they answer questions. Mine just happens to be an interesting topic for them, so they talk about it. You wouldn't really compare them immediately. I mean, since Michael's that's a very good face to stop on, especially since he's new to 14. I get what you're saying. Would be like me comparing it with Aeon and or Blade and Soul or even RuneScape, since I've played those instead of WoW. I mean, it's not a huge issue to me. Like, I don't see this as an issue for him to compare it. I don't know why people are having, like, the biggest issue comparing the two, honestly. Like, people compare stuff all the time. And when it comes to, like, comparison with MMOs right now, the biggest comparisons is WoW and Final Fantasy XIV. And when it comes to the new player experience, I wanted to know how the WoW new player experience was, since I am going through it, and what his opinion was on it. Then they went and started talking about Final Fantasy. I can give you what a new player experience was for Final Fantasy, like 100%, because I've been through it all. But I think the fact that Bellular is starting, maybe that's the reason why people are not really, or like upset with him when he said that, or they have a problem with him when he said that. I don't know. He could also just misinterpret your intentions. Maybe he could have. I asked him about World of Warcraft, and I wanted to go into it. I said I was from Final Fantasy, which probably was the misinterpretation. Maybe. It's not an issue at all, really. I just see so many people compare the two. It comes off as weird. Well, I mean, lookalike platforming MMOs. There's MapleStory and Lattale, but both are different. I mean, okay. A Realm Reborn probably would not be here without World of Warcraft. Let's just get that straight out off the bat. Without World of Warcraft, there would probably be no 14. Or, well, a good 14. There wouldn't be any of that, because Yoshi P took a lot from World of Warcraft and implemented it into A Realm Reborn. And over the years, he refined it. Some drama is just so unnecessary, and this feels like such drama. It doesn't have to be drama. People are just making it drama because it's like, why are you comparing the two? Why do you compare WoW and 14 when it's not necessary? And the thing is that he went on a tangent. He went and compared it without, like, I guess he started comparing it because of my question and how I said I was from FF. Yoshio was unhappy with people comparing WoW and 14, and the 14 tend to echo his feelings. I mean, that's true. Again, I didn't ask him to compare. I asked him, hey, yo, what's WoW's new player experience? I stuck to the subject of his channel. Maybe because I said I came from FF or Final Fantasy, that was him like, oh, so he wants a comparison. Meanwhile, I'm on the other side of this monitor like, no, I wanted you to answer that question. And he did answer the question. To be fair, he answered the question. He was just like, let's stretch this out a bit more. And it became its own video. And people had a problem with this video. Maybe I shouldn't have asked the question. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have just been like, so what's it like starting out playing World of Warcraft? You know, he probably would have made it into another tangent. I don't know. Now I'm feeling kind of guilty, honestly.
History of the world, and they've also painted themselves into a corner where BFA is now actually the starting experience of World of Warcraft for the next decade. You know, it's like
That's sad. That's sad.
the expected starting place for new players. Yeah, so that's definitely something to think about. I mean, it's definitely better. It's better than it's ever been. Chromie time is a great feature. It's a pity that they throw you out of Chromie time once you hit level 50. I don't know if they ever...
Guys, remember when I said I couldn't do Chromie time? When I first started playing WoW, and every one of you was just like, do Chromie time! Do Chromie time! And I was just like, I can't. She won't, or they won't let me do it. Found out it's a boy. I do apologize for misgendering Chromie. I am apologizing. I am sorry for that. I did not realize that Chromie was actually a guy dragon with a female model. I guess they're trying to be inclusive with that. I don't know. But I couldn't do Chromie time, and I kept telling you guys I couldn't do Chromie time. Here it is. You get kicked out once you get to level 40-something. And when I was playing BFA, I automatically somehow started like I just got Shadowlands, and once I hit like 48, they were just like, do Shadowlands. I was like, no, I'm gonna resist, and then I went on further into BFA, but then it was just like, do Shadowlands, and I'm like, okay.
ever removed that.
I believe that's completely in there, where it's just, oh, you're done, out you go.
Yeah, because it's like, it's not great if you're enjoying a zone and then you're like yoinked out before you finish the quest.
You just
So
wanted to
that
poison
is
the
odd.
pot and around them. Oh my gosh.
I mean, certainly FF just tells me I need to do dungeons for the main quest, and I really think WoW should do that as well, but they don't have much of a narrative structure or like a way to do that, which I think is a little bit tricky. And I guess the sort of thing where WoW doesn't support that because it doesn't have something like roulettes. You know, it's just leveling dungeons, which does limit the sort of player pool. As for FF's new player experience, like, not gonna lie, you log into FF and it feels old. It does not.
Okay, so he didn't need to say this. He honestly didn't have to say. I like Bellular. I do. He didn't need to say this. He didn't need to say this. Like, he should have been like, so Matt, what was your first new player experience like? He could have done that. He could have done that because Matt is the more experienced player. I don't know. It's like he did nothing wrong. He chose to do this. I think he'd compare it either way, but you had all the right to ask. I still feel kind of like, oh shit. Maybe I should have asked. Like, I honestly asked a WoW question, and he answered it in his own way. But then and it was a good way too. He answered it in a good way. He basically said, Chromie time, not accessible, get kicked out due to latest expansion. And Exile's Reach, I'd never been on Exile's Reach. People have been telling me all throughout the comments, go to Exile's Reach. Get your experience on. You could have gotten a whole bunch of experience in Exile Reach. And I'm like, I can't, because there's never been a time where it said go to Exile's Reach. I don't know I think it's because I was a Draenei, I was a Death Knight, and a Demon Hunter. Maybe that's the reason why I never went to Exile's Reach. Maybe that's the reason. Do not do Shadowlands. Login for Final Fantasy 14 feels old. Not sure what he's talking about. He's talking about, like, I think he's talking about the mechanics, but
not feel as responsive as WoW. Graphically, like, you go to Gridania and you're like, oh my god, anti-aliasing, what's going on? You know, you have a look.
To be fair, Gridania did have a bunch of potted plants in barrels in 1.0 that fucked people's games up. And they had to do everything in their power to make sure that Gridania did not fuck people's games up or their graphic cards. But he didn't have to say that. He honestly didn't have to say that. But, you know, this is his own opinion.
Loads of issues sort of in and along those lines, which, you know, those things are unfortunate. And it's also the slowest part of the story from what I understand. You know,
he ain't wrong.
I got my tune up to
He
like
ain't
level
wrong.
31 in, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 settings. And, you know, it was fun, like, being introduced to the Scions, doing all of that stuff. I thought that was all really cool and fun. But admittedly, like, that bit where you're helvings at the serfs, the Beast Tribe in Gridania. You know, there are little bits where the plot line just is a bit slow in terms of its pacing, and there's also times where, you know, what's going on is not immediately gripping, but in order to overall enjoy it, you really do have to read it because it's in the story. So it's like, I feel like for your average player, they trade blows in terms of who has the better new player experience, honestly. I think so anyway. I just think the difference is the increase in quality in that quest content that, you know, FF.
To be fair, right here, to be fair, he is a new player to 14. To be fair. So maybe he's just talking about his experience as a new player. Maybe that's the case. Maybe.
Seems to have.
Yeah, I think the new player experience suffers in FF, but that's out of necessity.
Okay, so Matt has been playing for... Oh, sorry. Matt, over there, over there, that guy over there, that guy has been playing Final Fantasy for 6 years.
Because, you know, it's almost like there's an incredible book series, and the first 2 books are kind of ass, but the last couple books are really good. But you can't really just say, well, don't read the first 2 books, because you're not going to understand them.
Yeah.
You're not going to get everything from them. So it suffers from the fact it's linear, but I think the new player experience there suffers in order to make the less new player experience significantly better. That's what I feel anyway, especially because it's like we were talking about on the last stream, which was earlier today, which is the idea of the gameplay follows that track, where you will be so bored for so long from what buttons you're pressing. But then,
pressing heavy shot.
yeah, you've got your heavy shot. You've got 1 dot. There you go. That's you for ages. So then you've got that problem, and it all kind of compounds. So you do really have to it's not like it's terrible. It's just the worst of the bunch, and it can be especially slow in the early parts, where it is just it's more of a pacing issue than a quality issue, I find, where the pacing is the part that's really scuffed, and that's why people keep talking about is it tightens the wall, where if you can get to unlock the Titan fight, then you're past the most scuffed part of the early experience, the slowest, most boring pacing.
Yeah.
But then after that, once you're done with that, it does speed up until it... I mean, I think they cut the majority of A Realm Reborn's quests after that point, because I remember the late 40s being a real slog, and
Right.
I really challenged me to get through. I was like, this is really just... I'm going back to the Waking Sands.
At what point were you playing that game? This is 2 years ago?
This would have been...
Actually, this is more than 2 years ago.
This is years ago. This is before I... Not before I met you. This is before I was...
Yeah, because you've played this game for 6, 7 years? On and off?
Yeah.
I mean, it's mostly on now.
Yeah,
It's clustered around now, but
Yeah, no, I was playing at the launch of... I can't remember if I played anything before... Because I played 1.0. I think I played some 2.0, and then I really, I burst the whole way up to mid-Heavensward during the Heavensward expansion. And then I think it might have been Legion that happened, or something like
So
that.
Legion,
I'm not sure of the
Legion got you.
timelines there, because it maybe it was a bit earlier than that, but something happened to tear me away from it, and then I never got back to it until a couple years later, and then it went.
I think we get the point with this. The point is, the new player experience for me when it comes to WoW is pretty much how Bellular explained it. He said that for those who are just playing the game and... Oh wow, are people logging in and logging off right now? People who were talking about the new player experience in chat was also comparing it, but my question was the WoW new player experience, because I will be coming out with a longish video. It's still in the process, but I'm making it as good and perfect as possible with editing and making sure that my voice sounds okay. the WoW new player experience, I have things to say about it because I'm not new to MMOs, but I am new to World of Warcraft. And it's like World of Warcraft has kind of like a real different intro to things, you know? It's there are things that I wish Final Fantasy had that WoW has when it comes to new player experience, but then there is a lot that World of Warcraft seems to be missing when it comes to new player experience. Like, they seem to be missing quite a bit. Can we go back to the chill music? Cool. I'm a Mario guy. When I began to play Sonic, I gave it a fair try, and some things I did not like, but a lot of Sonic I loved, like Eggman coming in with his ball and chain. Yeah, people like to compare Sonic and Mario's enemies. Bowser hides behind children, and and Eggman sends in soulless machines. Plus, he's always the last boss to every stage or every level, so he's not a punk bitch. He comes out and faces Sonic, whereas Mario, he fights fake Bowsers all the time and other bosses, and the real Bowser is in the last castle just waiting. Eggman's like, yo, Bowser, you gonna fight Mario yet? It was like, I'm in the last castle, bro. I don't need to fight him. But all I'm saying is, the new player experience for WoW is very different. There's a lot that seems to be just off. Because the game somehow feels like it was made for new players and elite players. And what they try to do in WoW is to get the new players up to in-game as fast as humanly possible. They will get you to your like max level in like literally a few days. If you were to grind and go hard on WoW, you can get to max level in a few days. You really can. Well, I think my peoples are in chat. If you guys wanna go in and bother our friends, let's see. Let's go into my Discord here. This is a Discord of my FC. Hey, hey.
Hello?
Oh, wow, that Lunar Con looks really good.
Somehow found a team on release date that rage quit the first trial.
Right, exactly. How?
What?
Wow,
What y'all talking about?
We're talking about
early access.
Shadowbringers release day.
yeah, because we have a few new hands at deck now that are we're gonna be seeing the Endwalker release, and we're just kind of describing our tales of when Shadowbringers dropped.
And how luck with Titanium runs were absolutely atrocious.
Yes. I will say, I'm just praying and hoping it's not like Stormbloods. I was there for the Stormblood early access. Oh my gosh.
I got through Raban X pretty quick. However, I got
Yeah, I also got through Raban, but then Pippin Savage said, "No, bro."
Yeah. Pippin Savage.
Yeah, no, I couldn't get through Raban because everybody kept hogging it. Like we had to make the line.
I was about to say, do you remember when we made lines all the way across the map?
Oh yes.
That was great watching them fucking single file.
Right. You're
Single
never gonna
file
find
line,
that in
who's
other
next?
MMOs like that ever.
No one.
My man said, "You know what? Let's fix the floodgate. Everyone's
Okay.
single file."
Yeah. What's up?
How long does it take for Valheim to download?
Valheim? Oh, fucking minutes. It's what, less than 5 gigs?
It's pretty small.
It's tiny, but it's fantastic.
It's small.
Go ahead, take that out of context. I dare you.
Way.
Oh,
So yeah,
boy.
we're all just talking about.
Right,
what
I will grab
Endwalker
it after I'm
is.
done playing tonight. So.
These guys are talking, sharing your horror stories.
Yeah.
More like the fun
you're-
experience. It
I
doesn't
think
seem
I was
fun when you
with-
explain it, but it is when you're doing it.
Yeah, I think I was there with you, Sync, during the Stormblood early access.
Most of us were here during Well, okay,
That-
Shadowbringers was fine, but Stormblood.
Shadowbringers was a lot better, yeah.
Well, they prepared for Shadowbringers. They had different instances and open world, and they had it handled.
They had to legit like open up more people to go into an instance, especially when Omega hit.
Yeah, but like we completely killed the Duty Finder and Party Finder.
Within like
for
what?
Stormblood.
An hour?
Do you know how many
Like an
times
hour?
I tried getting into the first fucking dungeon? That was my real hold up.
People couldn't even get in the Palace of the Dead.
What's
Just to
funny?
try and level up for an ancient samurai.
What's funny was Pippin was the only holdup I had, and for like a few minutes, I think I couldn't get into the dungeon, the first dungeon, and I was a tank, mind you. So for like maybe a few minutes, I couldn't get into the dungeon, and then I was able to get in. So far though, like Stormblood, Stormblood had people lining up to do certain events.
We had like we had 60s going after 70 hunts, and
I was only saved getting through that first dungeon, which was such a roadblock to me, by the grace of a friend in my old FC that was just like, "Oh, I'm a healer. You want to come with?" I was like, "Yep. Sign me the fuck up right now."
I had friends.
Y'all ready for healers to be insta queue?
Oh yeah, they're
healers,
definitely.
healers and DPS are not getting insta queues coming this expansion.
I don't know. We just got a new DPS last time, and we still got insta queues.
no, we don't have that many
Like the
issues
first week.
with
Yeah,
first
maybe.
week we never had a problem.
Maybe healers will get like maybe a 3-minute queue. I don't.
I'd say that, but on launch day
Okay.
queues are so fast in the first place.
Well, in the defense of all this about the queues actually not changing too much is that those guys will also have to level.
I'll see you guys
That's
later.
true.
This is true. So in like the first 5-ish hours, yeah. I mean, I think it only took me like 2.5 hours to level mine to 70.
Yeah, you were back on track pretty quick. I remember helping you out.
Yeah, because I think you were leveling what? You were leveling
Dancer.
Dancer, yeah. Because I was going in black. I was going in black mage. I know. My one friend took a couple days because he was doing dancer, and then we had. I'm trying to remember.
I just remember sitting in spoiler chat, crying my eyes out. Not really, but just fucking like I couldn't talk to anybody because I finished the story so quickly, and I was like, "This was amazing."
All by myself.
All by myself.
Right, exactly. I'm just sitting here like I can't speak to no one. Fuck.
That's why you gotta be a little bit more patient, especially with us.
No, I'd rather ride that first wave, per usual.
So, you know me, I take my time.
Uh-huh.
I actually do the side quests.
Yeah, thankfully with early access, it'll give us a little bit of an extra time learning our new rotations and stuff. If you're going
Early
into raiding.
access is essentially, did you buy it before launch or no?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's all it is. So you know, early access is essentially the official launch.
Yep.
They're like, they do this all the time.
Exactly.
They
Early.
did this with Heavensward, right? Because I came in at the tail end of Heavensward.
I didn't get
Oh.
into Heavensward till later. I mean, I started at the beginning of 2.0, and then I took a massive break and didn't come back until now, mostly through Heavensward.
So, I'm still trying to get that hood.
What hood?
You're
What?
still trying to get that hood, really?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get, sir?
Have you been leveling up your trust? Ah.
Like really, my trust. I can put my trust through it, but it takes so long, and I'm
go scream through it.
I do take it.
Wait, what are you trying to get?
Holminster Switch.
Yep.
There's a hood.
Yeah.
That
One
hood
get dropped for me so often, and I delete so often. I'm so sorry.
You know,
The Sync, you can guarantee it in like 7 runs.
Well, let's hope it
this
can.
is true.
Let's
If you don't
hope it
delete
works.
Gear,
You are guaranteed one piece of gear for your class. Just be on the class that can wear it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
doing.
just hold the gear that you don't and don't delete it. You're guaranteed it in 6 or 7 runs. One ring, one necklace, one bracelet. One ring.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do.
Boots, pants, gloves, belt, chest piece.
That's what I'm
Accessory,
essentially
11 months.
doing, though. Like, that's what I'm essentially doing, but I don't want to go through trust. Trust take too long. For whatever reason, their attacks are
Trust
still
don't-
fucking weak.
Well, trusts are not terrible,
No,
assuming you're the tanker.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, if you don't run as tank, it is very slow.
Well, I run it as tank, and it feels slow. But when I run it as a DPS, it feels much faster because I'm doing all the damage. That would be the difference there.
I would actually love to run the parse on Trust and see how much they do.
Probably.
Because we all know that 2B and 2P are fucking OP in Alliance Raid. I don't know if anybody's seen that.
Are
They
they?
don't die. Oh, they do a lot of damage.
They do more damage than most of the team.
Yeah, like I have seen a lot of runs where their parse were higher than everyone else.
How does that work?
They were doing like 20-30k almost.
So they don't. 2B 2P don't take damage. They don't need to move. They got full uptime for the most part, unless they're doing some like shadowed mechanic where you gotta follow them. But
I mean, it's cool that you're fighting with them, but if they're like doing a heaping amount of damage, then Jesus.
It's just adding another person.
yeah, pretty much. And it's not like you're getting carried. Let's be real.
It's not to the. It's not to the point where they're like carrying it. They're just adding damage. That's it.
Yeah.
They're stronger than an individual person, but there's still, you gotta think there's still 24 other fuckers.
True. But if their parse is like the highest in the whole entire raid, then that's sad.
Ow. Schmackadoo.
That's sad.
Oh no. This video's great.
Uh-oh. It's someone's first time here. Please don't let them be the healer. Oh, it's the healer!
As Gold's doing.
What's Asmund doing?
Oh, it's a video of him doing King Mogul Extreme.
Oh,
Minimal.
Oh, Asmund?
All new people that haven't done it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking great.
Well, the problem was like his chat kept complaining. It's just like you keep getting people that have done the fight. It's like, I don't think he cared. Really,
Well,
they
I
weren't
mean,
telling
so-
mechanics.
So yes and no. I mean, to give the credit where it's due, you can tell that he understands how to play his class for the most part.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
he
yeah.
fucked up by the GCD, but that just takes time to get used to when you're going from WoW to that for years.
Yeah, like for him, it took him a bit. It's
He
like
generally
okay,
uses cooldowns more than most other fucking tank streamers that hop from WoW to 14. Like
Well, absolutely.
he's usually got a CD on cooldown. I'm like, all right, I can respect that. I on board with that.
I
Oh,
respect
absolutely.
the way he's doing the content. Like he's doing it with minimum item level. He's doing it with no echo.
I mean,
Like,
but there
he
are certain
even
fights
did
where
that
like just knowing the fight does make a difference. And I get that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with it though. Do I think he would be able to clear a lot of the content he did minimal eye level without like half the people know what they're doing? Hell fucking no. At least not that easily. He probably would have done it eventually, but
I mean, he already cleared.
There we go.
queuing up a ton of newbies that know next to nothing about raiding. It also
Wait, well, some of them are not like really new. They're just making a new character,
Oh yeah.
like Sea Lion.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Eli, and
Did you see the Battle for Azeroth version?
yeah.
Oh.
That was hilarious.
From the zipper fight.
Yep. You see Sea Lion in the background.
You see Asmund gold hair.
Has my gold hair.
See, I've seen people like giving him so much like Y'shtola artwork. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I was just
That's
like,
the first. That was his turning point. Oh, you know what? Cat girl's alright. And then he goes, you know what? That's my wife. And you're like,
You should have saw chat. You should have saw chat. They were just like, got him, and some of them were like, we lost him, boys.
two sides of the same coin, motherfuckers.
like I've he's at the point actually where he meets Moonbrita. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, he met Moonbrita and he was just like, and everybody was just like, that's Uber Danger's girl, and he was just like, well, she's his girl for now.
Oof.
Yes, I do.
And he was like, officially, like, Moonbrita is like his favorite girl right now.
Oh, he's gonna hate
honestly,
later
I'm
on.
just
He's
glad
gonna hate it.
I'm just glad he's enjoying it.
He's enjoying it, and he's especially been enjoying it since his wavering from World of Warcraft. He doesn't even stream it anymore.
No.
Yeah, he hasn't been on for the last like 8 days.
And with everything going on, I'm pretty sure he said something about not going back for the time being.
Yeah.
He's not gonna log in for the time being.
Sea Lion, Anubis, Vin Diesel. You mean Dominic, not Vin Diesel.
Yeah, Dominic.
Dominic Toretto. Family.
Family.
Yeah.
When his chat just fills with
Family.
family.
I saw him. I was seeing him. He's been doing every extreme, but he's been trying to do it like every time he does a primal, which is nice. But like he's got challenged by, I think it was Zepla.
Yeah.
That if he got to ultimate,
10,000 gifted subs.
Like,
yes.
Yeah. No. No, it wasn't that one.
No.
Turn herself into a Lalafell.
Okay, so it coincides. So if he does an ultimate before Endwalker, she does that, and if he doesn't get to that point, he donates 10,000 subs to himself. I mean, he just donates 10,000 subs. That's like $50,000.
Right.
That's
if it's to himself, you do get a massive discount. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's more so the fact that you just get half of it. Right. So it's like $20,000 or $25,000.
I also, I love Vin Diesel.
Fucking Nick Toretto.
Loving this meme.
Family.
Oh my god.
They were just like, what do you guys mean by family? I thought you guys was talking about a meme.
And you know what? I saw the name and I thought it was funny, and I saw the chat and I was like, oh yeah, it makes sense. And then he did a zoom up of his character, and I was like, nah, it's legit dumb. It's a legit Vin Diesel. It's Dom Toretto. What the fuck?
Yeah, like, I think Dominic's been with him since he started raiding in Wargame.
I'm glad to see that that one white mage isn't as around as much.
Wait, which
the
white
mage? There's there was one white mage in a lot of his beginning runs that would only heal. And it was like, it was pure.
Send that white mage joke cats video, motherfucker.
Well, not only that, but it was also like the shitty heals. Like, not even a good heal.
Dominic is Vin Diesel. Well, yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Didn't you see the new trailer for Fast Saga? It's Fast 9? Come on, of course we know.
I have seen it. I don't.
I've been there since Fast and Furious when it was about the fucking cars, motherfucker.
Yeah, I've never watched.
Fast and Furious 1. We street racing up in here. Fast and Furious 10. We plane racing up in here.
Right.
I guess you're going fast.
It went from, hey, we're street racing and that's a dope car, to, hey, we're about to save the whole world from being nuked. What?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Took a wrong turn down on Albuquerque.
But yeah, I've been enjoying I've been taking off his chat though, just for my sanity's sake.
I don't look at
his chat is both good and bad. It's an echo chamber, but there are those who are actually trying to legit like help him have a good experience. And then there are those who are
90,000 people watching. Even like 1% being bad is gonna be like a goddamn 1,000 people.
Like he's been up past 50,000 people watching him every single time he streams.
Oh, every time I see him on 14, he has 90k plus.
Yeah.
Do you know who else made a somewhat of a comeback on my own feed? Not saying it's just made a spike now, but Xenosis Vex, it seems to be back for 14.
I haven't seen anything on my feed.
Yeah, he came back. He went to WoW, didn't he?
Wait,
I'm
who
not
did?
sure. No, he got banned for some stupid shit, but he's back now, and it's like, oh, he's changed his viewpoints a little bit, and I agree with him so much right now. Like, I used to have the back and forth, like, yeah, I agree with that. No, I'm not with that. But right now, he's making solid cases here and there.
Is he that guy that got banned for fucking harassing a member with ACT?
Yeah.
Or is it the other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the name sounded familiar.
Zenosis is he's one of the primary raiders who streams.
Yeah.
He's one of the ultimate raiders, and like I have respect for his gameplay, but for the longest time I didn't like his attitude. But he's kind of turned a small point.
So basically, he's toned it down.
He had to tone it down because of just because of the way his streams are. Because since he's a raider, sometimes his chat can be a bit what's the word?
Yes.
Not sensitive. But, like, you know, a little bit wild. A little bit wild.
The one that had, like, ACT up and was berating a,
They get critical when it comes to, like, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the video I watched earlier today was him defending Yoshi P's stance on ACT.
Yeah.
And giving an example of why this is punishable instead of it's not ACT is bad, it's because of this happened.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it was
because of what?
it was just it was good thoughts.
Basic gist, Yoshi P knows that ACT works, but he knows that it's just a calculator.
Yeah,
And
he's like by our own rules, which we're trying not to break, it's TOS, but we don't know if you're using it, so just don't tell us. So
right.
Just don't be dicks. Exactly. And that's all Xeno was saying. He's like, you can use ACT, just don't be an asshole.
And don't show it on stream.
Even then, like, it's not about showing it or not. It's about the harassment comes as the actual punishment for they even look into the TOS.
Right.
Yeah, like, the priority is punishing people for harassment before even punishing the third party.
Right. In fact, you probably wouldn't get banned for third party. You get a little slap on the wrist, like, hey, stop that. But it's the harassment that really brings that to life.
So, like, Yoshi P basically made a good point. He was just like, if you had a calculator next to you, would that technically be a third-party tool? And he was like,
right, he said that the gray area that is third party is so broad that you can't just give it a strict defining rule.
Exactly.
He's like, in an essence, I don't remember where it was talked about. It wasn't talked about in that particular interview, but he said separately, he's like, even technically Discord is a third party. He's like, I know that's one of the popular communications.
Right. It's like so wait. Technically, Discord is part of the TOS.
In the broadest sense of gray area, yes. In the sense of actually like affecting the game, no.
Okay.
What's his point is
like, if it was something that manipulated the game's interior and its programs and systems, then yeah, you're out it for that. You can't do that. But if it's... I can't even take this item. But if it's like something like, you know, how ACT is, it's technically third party, but it's not like really doing anything. It's like taking an Excel spreadsheet, and that was a good example. Taking an Excel spreadsheet, taking the logs of your battle, you can literally do that. Take all the numbers and add it up. And you can get your numbers that way. But ACT just makes it faster. Would Excel be another third-party tool? Then they would have to be like, alright, well, you can't use Excel.
you can't add numbers together unless it's inside your head. Can't even write it down on paper to keep track of your numbers.
True. In fact, you know what? While we're at it, your brain's TOS too, motherfucker.
Your brain is a third-party tool. Now you can't use your brain.
Your brain's first-party tool. I'm gonna have to draw the line there, but I think the first party.
No, but for like.
No, it's just a bunch of jelly sitting in a meat sack with bones.
Though. It makes sense though for those who want to improve and like do better. But if you're using it to harass a player, then yeah, you're.
Again, the actual bannable offense is harassment, not TOS of third party.
Like that one mug in our Titania run for Hal. If we were in chat, bagging on FPS, we would have gotten. You're just talking shit on this.
I actually, but like really, realistically here, I'm still impressed because I don't know how he actually got so low numbers when your autos do more than that in DPS alone.
Right?
Don't get it.
Maybe he didn't.
No.
No.
My
Mystery?
man never
Mystery?
used a single skill and wasn't in melee range.
Mystery. This man did 80 DPS
Oh.
in Hal's to taunt. That means not even his auto attacks were landing.
Yep.
And that's
Makes no sense.
auto attacks for my paladin at the time was like 240.
No, it was higher than 80. It was 800, which not much better, but he was stacking every so often. So silly. I was like, you know, I'm giving it to some people when they're not doing well. That's
dead.
Steven.
He lived. He just didn't do anything.
I think he would have been better dead. Listen, then he wouldn't be targeted by aliens.
Like, I'll never berate someone for that. I'll say it verbally, being like, "Oh my, what are you up to, my guy?"
If
Like,
you're like coming to me and be like, your DPS is a little low. What are you doing wrong? It's like, I don't know. Help, please.
You're lower on the macrometer than our goddamn AFK white mage.
So, puts one regen for the whole fight. You gotta beat that much your goal. But like, it's also a different scenario what we're talking about when we were doing Savage Raiding. It's like, all right, well, here's where everyone stands. Like, we just need to improve these numbers. We'll try to help you. It's not like we're like, oh, you fucking off the team, go. You know?
Yeah, no. Like, that was my last group I was running with. That was awful. Like, I'm not gonna berate them. You know, they're really.
You can break them, it's okay.
No. Here's the thing. They wanted me to learn Summoner rotation, everything Summoner, for like for a week, and then they wanted me to raid and get. Yeah, they wanted me to raid and have the same numbers I had on Black Mage with Summoner.
Which is possible, actually.
It is, but they wanted me to do that in a week.
In a week.
Oh, in a week? Oh.
Yeah.
That's not the issue of her switching jobs. It's the fact that they gave her such a short notice and expected the same performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like me asking you to hop on Bard and be like, alright, I want you to pull 15k at least.
I mean, when it comes to like rating as a whole, as a culture, it can be good or bad, and
it honestly depends.
People need to learn to respect others.
Huh?
What?
Like, when it comes down to it, people need to learn to respect others. Fuck the game, respect other people. Like, you do that, you're gonna have a good time. That's all it comes down to. You respect others, you can start to improve as a team, not just solo play.
So the thing, yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's like where people come from and how MMO rating culture is. I know that a lot of people who are into rating, sometimes they come from like World of Warcraft, and I heard that World of Warcraft rating is very similar. I am not going to say cancerous.
I'll say it.
It's pretty cancerous from what I've actually seen now that I've gotten my hand.
I mean, that's a very broad statement. I know not all of it is.
I'm saying, and I'm saying this for myself, but I've never been into. I've never been in any kind of raid in World of Warcraft.
Neither have I.
And
I came from World of Warcraft raiding, and yes, and my life revolved around raiding. We raided on Thursdays and we raided on Sundays, and you had to have your gear ready, you had to have your potions, you had to have everything you needed, and the only way to make that happen was every single day you had to do your daily quests and run all your daily quests and do all your tasks and get everything done so that you would have everything ready to go for raid.
And tell me, what happened if you misstepped even one day?
So we actually gave people 3 strikes and you're out. So the first time you hosed it, we're like, okay, listen, this is what's going on. You know, we need you to tighten it up. We need you to do this. We need you to make sure you're there and present. Second time, okay, this is your final warning. We rely on people to be there. We rely on people to be ready. And if you're not, that's it. So third time, you're done. You're out.
See, the big difference between WoW and 14 is like, you have so many people in WoW for raid teams, you really need everyone to take responsibility for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, and then you got like 1 or 2 people match out, then you gotta find 2 more people. Like, it's just how it goes. There's like too many people for a team.
Yeah.
And it's less so for 14, but even then, like, people need to learn how to respect others' time. When we say like 8 o'clock, that means we pool 8 o'clock, not, hey, we're meeting up at 8 and we're gonna pull at like 30 or something. Like, people need to respect times, or showing up and not having food or potions until like the very last minute. Like, that's like really the big portion.
There's also like the extreme line where people are just like, I need to perfect this, or this needs to be like absolutely perfect. Like, we shouldn't be losing on this part, guys. We've been through this like over and over and over again. To be fair, if you've done a raid for 2 months, right, and
like Sheila EA, for example.
Like for 2 months, right, and at that point, people are just like asking you, why don't you have this down? And that,
well, so first off, you have to think, people raid for many different reasons.
right, and
So
that's the thing. There are people who are playing and want to raiding for the fun. You know, they want to take on something that's more challenging. There are people who are raiding for the culture itself. You know, go hardcore for the gear.
Well, there's more than one flavor of going for the gear. There's the, hey, I would like to get the gear and experience the culture, which in my opinion is where I lie. I love to experience the raids blind and enjoy it and learn it and prog it and get the gear at the end. However, you also have the flavor of people who I know personally who sit there, wait a week for guides, and then it comes out and even someone fucks up. Yeah, you saw a guide, but you still have to tangibly do it, or maybe your numbers don't match what everyone thinks you should be at.
Well, that's the other thing. There's the other thing, yeah, perfectionists who are just like, this needs to be perfect, or not perfectionists, but close to, like, I would say the 90. You need to have like 90% of this, like, you know, good. You have to have an A on this Savage.
Or in my case, like, some mechanics just sometimes don't click with me until like all of a sudden it's like an epiphany.
Like,
it does take, yeah.
I am
like,
a
takes me like maybe
super self-critic. To me, everything I do is under the stance of I need to be perfect at this. I don't expect that of other people. And it's unfair for other people to push that agenda onto other people. But however, in that flavor of wait a week for the guide, I see that so much more often than not. Out of the 3 or 4
I would understand that if like you've been at it for like 2 months and you're still trying to understand it like me.
So that's like usually what's going on. Like, you've been through like a certain like Savage fight for like months, right? And people are asking like, we've been doing this for 2 months. What's going on? And in that case, I'm like, yeah, what is going on? Like, is it just...
Point, the way it works in my head is that I got an internal clock. I remember exactly which button needs to be pressed at what time for this fight.
And what I found out about World of Warcraft is that their raid culture has a lot to do with something called DBM. And...
yeah, which literally makes calls out.
Yeah, it does
DBM
calls
makes
out.
Calls out for them. That way they know exactly how to do every mechanic. You cannot play Modern WoW without add-ons. Tell me I'm wrong, Brit.
No, you can't.
You can, you're just a Meshkus if you don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can.
I don't think you can easily complete a mythic or heroic raid without...
No.
My personal stance
you don't move around as much.
Yeah, 14 definitely has more dance mechanics than WoW. WoW is more about fucking interrupts, stuns, all that, like...
And RNG, don't forget your RNG.
RNG is barely placeable.
Like...
14? Yeah, there's no RNG.
No. In WoW, there's RNG. So, like, that's the reason why there's, like, the BDM, because there are some mechanics that is literally RNG, and they can't figure out what it is without the BDM.
Well,
so,
yes and no, but...
my personal stance on it is, the fun fact, there's actually a plugin for ACT that actually does it as well.
Yes, there is. Fucking Candy uses it.
There is.
Well, does Candy use it? I know that one chick that I didn't like used it.
Candy and the other Luna uses it.
So I absolutely hate that. I also don't care too much for looking at guides, because all that is to me is watching a walkthrough as you play a single player game. It is absolutely no different for me.
I have to differ in opinion. I will differ in opinion with that one.
I mean,
guides
that's
is
fine. That's
okay.
just my personal opinion.
So again, that depends on your agenda.
Yeah.
Well, that I think you have to look at how you learn too. Everyone has different learning styles.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, I
think
think
it's
that's true.
individual person that whatever your learning style is, that's how you need to learn it.
I mean,
So
all the time that we've been raiding as an FC, I don't think even once a guide would have changed my thought on a fight one bit.
No,
I can't think watching a guide changed any of my strats.
Yeah, we came up with some better strats than guides and current actual strats for PF.
Like, have you seen the first week guide for Warrior of Light? Oh, absolute trash. It is the worst shit I've ever fucking seen. It had like a whole minute of DPS not DPSing.
A whole minute of not DP. I think they've like.
Well, no, like not DPSing. The range
It's
is obviously so well.
like guides will eventually improve and get a lot better over time.
I went back to the wall guide. It hasn't changed from week 1.
Are you sure?
My problem is when
100%. I went back like 3 weeks ago. Out of curiosity.
I mean, there are some things in those guys that do work. So you can't knock them off.
They don't work. I'm just saying people rely on them too much.
Oh, well, here's what I don't mind if somebody looks up a guide. I'm fine with that. I have a problem with 14's version of BDM. That's what I have a problem with. Because they become too dependent on it. Like, there was actually a raid that I was invited to by my friend named Pokey. And we went in here voluntarily because they were missing a couple members, and I had to fill in for a tank spot. The lead and the call-out person was following this BDM. And they weren't trying to learn the fight, they were trying to listen to the BDM.
Exactly. They don't learn the fight, they just play the fight.
Yeah, that's how in my eyes, because I'm so used to blind progging and figuring out my own ways of doing it as a team, I think that's what guides essentially are. I understand that it's a good catch-up mechanic if it's been months, and that's fine to me. But don't be that person in the first week waiting for the guide drop just to do the content.
See, my issue is that when people rely too much on guides, they're not the same person that wants to improve themselves.
How did this guy
They're
find
over here
me?
being satisfied with the performance, hitting like only half of their rotation correctly. Like, I'm not the people that rely on guides, not people that watch guides. They rely on them.
Hello, Tasso. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Tasso.
That is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
So Brick?
Yes?
So like, when I say I want a blind raid, I really just mean I want people to work together to.
Oh, it's not working. Damn it! All right, soundboard's down.
Oh no.
Of course, I'm also the kind of person that would go through all the Dark Souls with no armor, soul level 1 fisting bosses.
I'm surprised you would do that.
What the heck is BDM?
DVM is a call-out system add-on for WoW.
I am not. I know I didn't do a raid today, Brendan. You mean how the dungeon go? Dungeon did okay.
The first raid crew of Shadowbringers that I was a part of, the raid leads used the DVM version on ACT. That group fell apart. It was horrible. We never cleared Titania, not even once.
So this is the reason why I'm okay. I'm okay with guides to help if somebody is stuck on something. I just don't.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, I just don't like it when people don't like I don't know,
think for themselves
or learn the mechanics. There's the word. I was trying to find it. Learn the mechanics. Just learn the mechanics.
That's what Draco was saying. That's what Draco is implying with that. Is that the guides are essentially a crutch for them not to do that. It is them it's like school. It's regurgitating what you've been told. In class. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's different for everybody when it comes to those guides. I think because obviously when I was in a raid group, somebody was really stuck when it came to Cloud of Darkness, right? They couldn't understand like the whole platform thing, because the platform
the changeover. With the
yeah, they could not understand it for the life of them. But they had looked at the video, and the video also had like a link to one of those interactive guides, which then helped them realize, oh, it's like a duck, stop and go. Wait for the other person to go to another platform, then I go to the other platform. And yeah, but here's the thing: they didn't have that epiphany while playing. They had the epiphany by seeing it. So that was
literally in the name of what that is. It is a guide,
right?
Not a walkthrough. It is meant to give insight, not to give you directions.
Which is.
So, that comes down to what Brig was saying, is like everyone has their different learning styles. Like a video guide would never do anything for me. I have to actually see it.
Could I
play
learn off a video guide? Yes. Do I prefer to learn blind? Obviously. I make a big deal out of that.
And
Which
so,
reminds
like,
me, at some point we need. I want to try and clear at least Cloud of the
U9.
No, the weapon.
Oh, what?
Speaking of which. Oh, yeah, we need to do
Wait,
Diamond
no,
Yet
we
sometime.
did we ever?
Yeah, Diamond Yet.
We
No,
did.
we didn't.
Didn't we do Cloud of Darkness? We did Cloud of Darkness.
We started.
We tried to.
We started
but
with
then...
the
We started, yes, correct.
Oh, I thought we did Cloud. I've done it so many times.
That was just after I believe Soul had come back from WoW, and Soul or Sync was split between the new group and
Sync, you were split. Luna didn't feel the passion in the group. Soul just got back from WoW rating and was dead, and everybody was just kind of falling off and not making it. And,
right.
Yeah.
So
we figure just take the rest of the expansion off, and then we can just go in fresh and in the next expansion.
Well, I voiced my concern that I would love to put 2 raid groups back together. I would love to put a raid group that wants to learn how to raid and a raid group that generally knows what raiding is and would like to clear content.
Which I was actually gonna bring that up. Like soon we gotta get plans together and try to get some newbies in for the learning group.
Yes,
We
need to talk about. Yeah, I have a whole entire list. I showed it to Soul when I was there. And so we need to have a little meeting to discuss further.
Like I said,
one person for each role. Although I suppose we could just have one well-off player. And then closer to actual Endwalkers, I'm going to put together a more serious group, somewhat. Someone who pretty much filled with people that want to progress and want to improve, not people that are always satisfied with their performance.
Question is, do you want to have a group ready for...
Yeah, Brendan, a little bit of an update. Off the stream, I actually got past Fatebreaker, and it was just me temporarily being in the group, so we got past Fatebreaker, and we ended up on Eden 4. I never finished all of Eden, but I did make it to the last. I made it to 12. I made it to 12.
Of a whole ton of new people, and we're gonna have a whole ton of busyness happening, so I'm not worried about it by then. I am sorry, by the way, but I know that you guys are supposed to be ahead of the buff schedule. I kind of just took over that and said, hey, it's MGP, it's Make It Rain event. I'm just putting up MGP buffs pretty consistently.
Oh, you got the fucking schedule that shit?
Oh no, you're fine.
I wanted them to build a buff schedule so that people knew what they could, progress better.
You start putting together some fucking Aether wheels as well.
And I'm happy to do that. I organize and schedule the fuck out of everything. So.
And I don't have the stuff that you guys have.
I was just about to talk to you about that, Draco.
Yeah.
I want to build like.
I want to go to have a nice
15?
stockpile. Yeah.
Even though you can only charge them like once every 72 hours.
Right, which is why we gotta start sooner rather than later. I'm
Well,
thinking just
you
heat of battles, but
when you charge them, they have to stay in there until you're ready to use them. I think. I could be wrong.
I thought you could storm.
Oh, can you?
I thought you could.
Oh, if you can storm, then never mind.
I mean, if not, then yeah, we'll just in the weeks prior, we'll do that.
Yeah, I'll have to look at them.
And all I'm thinking of is battle 3s. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, that's maybe reduced rates, but probably not worth it.
Yeah, no.
The main issue is I don't think we have a lot of the stuff we need, like crystal-wise, and they're also not sellable on the board, so I have to find someone with FC that is willing to trade for them. Unfortunately, I don't know any other FCs, so.
Soul does. Just asking about Ruby.
I might help with that.
Damn it.
I mean, I'm willing to pay guild for him, obviously. I just need to find the actual people.
Yeah, I can ask some people from another guild that I know of.
So, I know Sync's grinding out dungeons. What's everyone else doing?
Well, see, I just got on, so...
Oh, by the way, Tasso. Hey, Tasso. Even Brig's gonna play Valheim.
I am.
Also doesn't play
Valheim?
I bought the man the damn game.
Oh, yeah.
I'll play with your damn shit. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't have it, so if I ever get it, I will want to play with someone.
In fact,
I'm really waiting for one of their updates.
Q3. They said Q3 this year.
I know. I can't wait.
Hearth and Home, baby. It looks
I'm having a time for Valheim update that we can like fill that in some empty time till the X pack.
Right.
Open.
Okay, there you go. I got what you said.
I know Snake has it.
I know. Yeah, I don't
I would
have it.
very much so like to open up a HCATS server. I can pay for this one.
I could probably.
Yeah, I'm letting the Minecraft server down.
Yeah, I can get it tomorrow before therapy.
I'm so upset with myself. I paid $30. And I just bought it for myself too, like 'cause I just wanted to keep it digitally, and I never logged on.
I meant to try to make some time for it, man, but it's been.
I was waiting
I
for
was
like.
at my grandmother's for like 2 weeks of the month.
I was waiting for like their next major big update.
Q3 third quarter,
Well,
buddy.
okay,
Should
so
be coming up.
but the first update, I don't think it's gonna be very massive combat-wise.
No.
It's mostly just building stuff, isn't it?
It's got some major combat updates. I said.
Oh, does it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause I mean, the housing is cool and all, but I have absolutely no fucking.
You don't want comfort. You don't want comfort 25 and like an hour's worth of rested.
Fair. No, that's fair.
I don't know, I think it'd just be dope to ride like 4 fucking Viking longships out in the ocean.
Row. Even though you're not
I would
rowing.
even spawn in the trader ship. Oh man, can you imagine if they brought in rowing?
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh
The
my
faster,
God.
like the more in sync you were, the faster you go.
Right?
It'd be great. Team building exercise.
They
But
should,
yeah.
because it's very Viking.
Yes.
I like how they're.
But
like how there's a dude here
Definitely
called.
getting it tomorrow for you, so that someone can teach me how to play this for a bit before the.
Oh wow.
It honestly, Mystery is a game for you to discover how to play. I hate putting it that way, but it literally, you don't know how to do anything until you do it.
Oh, so like Minecraft.
Yeah.
well, like anything,
And that's
really.
kind of how New World is too.
Yeah.
I haven't played New World.
And I'm enjoying.
I might be
New
getting
World.
So New World is pretty RuneScape, in my opinion. It is not bad. It is actually decent. It's good. It needs some tweaks here and there, especially for some people in their performance. But combat-wise, combat feels kind of clunky to me.
Fix that on release though. We'll
But I
see.
like
Otherwise,
I like
though,
the crafting, and I mean, I love you can just take off and explore and gather a whole bunch of shit and build a whole bunch of shit.
Okay, so the upsides of the game for me are the crafting and the gathering. I love how it feels. It's just nice, it's simple.
It's literally just RuneScape. It's simple. It's easy. It's nice. It's relaxing.
The combat is very simple, but I'm a ranger, so like I don't see a lot of the clunk. So
As a melee tank, I see a lot of the clunk, especially with animations.
but yeah, so like, funny enough, I still haven't bought the full game yet, so
that's fine. You don't have to.
Still
oh
need
yeah.
to do that.
Isn't
so if you
wait?
think they're gonna change anything from now to release, they're probably not gonna change much. Might be some bug fixes, but don't expect too much.
Isn't like New
But I would
World?
love to run some stuff tonight if anybody's available.
Isn't like New World like whatchamacallit, like it's coming out real soon, right? Like officially, official.
30th or something like that.
Yeah, and when you get the like the early release, or the beta or whatever, it's essentially the game, isn't it?
Oof! Every time I look at this fucking 14.
It's essentially the game. However, it's gonna have bug fixes, and all your progress and everything is going to be white. Everyone is starting on ground zero on release day.
Ah.
Won't they at least give something to those who have
Skins,
done
if
anything
anything.
in the beta?
Literally skins, if anything.
Pretty fine with that.
The amount of red X's on this server status screen.
I don't know. Character creation for you, motherfuckers.
Wow, does he suck?
Siren is the only one that you can create on Aether.
Brig, what were you asking earlier?
Oh, I really want to run some stuff.
Oh, 14.
So, I heard some things about the 14 about the WoW content creators. Mad Season Show quit WoW.
Mad Season Show quit.
Preach quit.
Officially unsubbed.
Well, it doesn't help with the fucking publicity they're getting right now.
Right. No, the publicity is definitely one thing, but their response in general to everything.
Oh yeah, no, it is
god awful. How are you gonna do that as a company? I don't understand. Like that.
They blame the consumers.
Right. Like how are you gonna put that on your players?
I think they developed a sense of untouchable.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
because
the company might be untouchable, but the employees are not.
But it's World of Warcraft. It never loses.
Wow, that was too soon, Draco.
That's way too soon, Sink.
Wait, what? What did I?
Nothing.
I didn't say anything.
No. Yes, you did.
What
I heard you. I heard you.
I said WoW doesn't lose because it's WoW. What is wrong with that?
I was talking about the joke that Draco probably didn't imply, but he said the employees aren't untouchable, and I said, yeah, we know.
Jeez.
Not too soon, my guy.
That is kind of soon, sir.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't mean it that way.
I know, but boy, oh boy, did I make sure.
Like I think you didn't want to say it, but you did say it.
He wanted to say it. He just.
But.
He didn't realize how bad it was gonna be.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think about it like that.
So as a female who's worked previously in a heavily male-dominated environment, not that anything
Woo! That's
acceptable
bad.
went on.
Ooh, we're actually gonna wipe. We could wipe here, actually. Yup.
But there's and unfortunately, when I was young, it was what it was. You work in a male-dominated area, you have to put up with the shit, and you have to deal with it. So is it right? No. But at the same time, if you had an issue with it, then you should have done something about it a long time ago, and just not let it fester.
I think the one problem was, like, they tried to at one point, but HR was like, nope. We're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, like, the company is wholly responsible. I mean, the females have done something, maybe, but it's wholeheartedly the people responsible are the company and the frat boys. How the fuck did the frat boy community revolve around developing games?
There was a thing apparently,
a bunch of nerds.
Us nerds have taken over. We're serving dominance.
Fucking nerds.
We are, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
the thing was, I had
realistically,
heard
thinking about it, gaming culture went from being, oh, you're a nerd, to, hey, everybody
Same with
does
anime.
it. I know. Get out of my culture, you fucking.
Leave me alone, you fucking. Finally out of Xanor, by the way, guys.
Good job,
finally out
bro.
of Xanor.
Yay, congratulations.
72 hours later, good job.
Nice.
I still have that screenshot. I still have it.
Mad Season Show leaving. That's sad. That was sad. His video
A
was
lot of
really
them
sad.
a lot of them have been leaving because, as some people have put it, this was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, okay, so Mad Season left because literally it was WoW. It had nothing to do with
Everything.
Wow,
with
WoW in
Blizzard.
itself was on already a downhill slope in terms of
Yeah.
actual game. Like it wasn't just.
This was such a fucking big bust.
Right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Shadowlands, I think,
happened.
really got everybody thinking.
Buy a piece of silver or gold. What the what? Ah man, frat culture is. How did that happen?
Like really, from a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Draco, I'm gonna bring Brig and Tasso to the plains immediately.
What planes?
Yes.
I'm in the middle of the duty. Find what the fuck you up to.
Oh, don't worry about it, buddy.
So I found out my friend was playing 14. Unfortunately, he's playing on Primal. Fucking rip.
Aww.
Is he playing with people he knows, or just generally like that's where he was? Oh shit, we're getting. Oh wait, they expanded the roadmap update.
Oh.
Oh shit, it's not just. Ooh, okay. Ooh, a different wood type for building. Draco.
Yeah.
They're adding dark wood planks. Time.
Oh yeah.
New cooking station and extensions. Excuse me.
I
Spice
have a
rack,
feeling I'm gonna be
so good.
playing a lot of that if I ever get it.
A new food system that places more importance on boosting health and stamina, making choices more interesting based on your playstyle. To this end, we've also made changes to how stamina and health affects your poison combat.
God, this Primal's soundtrack is great. I love it.
New food, take advantage of the new system. More than 10 new recipes, including ice cream, chocolate, smooth chocolate. I get it. Fuck you. Various wolf meats and more, and onions. Onions are.
Why are you all making me hungry now? Gosh darn it!
I don't know. I'm just reading off the changes.
I know. But it still sounds yummy. I will never understand some of these subs. So what they bring back? A bunch of stuff.
Or what? Sorry, what?
I was looking at the chat and it's like Draco finalizes voyage for Sailor Moonshine.
Yeah, it's the subs. Completely taken over.
Wow, I didn't realize they updated this page. That's nice. Actually looks like really nice new pieces. I'm not sure what we're gonna put through the spice racks. We don't really have any spices.
Can't do anything to Thanatos because he's invincible. Invincible.
Wait, what? If you want to play a defensive tanking Viking, you should now stock up on health, since this will boost your ability to deflect incoming hits and mitigate damage.
Oh.
Definitely core combat improvements. Okay.
I mean, this is still early access, isn't it?
Technically, yeah.
Believe so.
Doesn't feel like it, but yeah.
I like how it just
Have
comes
you
up
never
on my
seen these names before?
No,
Some of them, no.
We've never seen these names before.
What do you mean? They were popped up during that wedding you guys attended.
I know.
Yep, laughing because it showed up right as the fucking bride and groom were kissing.
Which wedding was that again?
I don't remember which wedding it was. It was someone's though.
It was
And
someone's.
I got tomorrow off of work, everybody. Obviously,
Nice.
because of today's events.
That's fair.
So does that mean we're gonna play all day?
I mean, we totally can. I'm totally not gonna be drinking all night long.
Oh, you
Not
get
all
to,
night.
oh, you're off tomorrow?
Yeah.
If you didn't have the fancy time of reading Tavern Chat, yes, I have tomorrow off.
Oh.
I had a coworker cut the top of a tree with his line still in it, and he fell 45 feet and broke a bunch of shit in his body.
Oh God.
I wonder if his phone was okay.
All of his personal items were in his car.
Ah, smart.
I hate climbing with my fucking phone and wallet on me. It's so uncomfortable. My saddle presses that shit into you. It sucks.
That's fair.
I like
my
how you
damn
go to
phone.
that, Draco, over. I wonder if I like instead of.
I already knew
Draco,
he was
wonder-
okay.
But I like how you just like. I wonder if his phone was okay.
I knew he was okay. I wasn't so sure about his phone.
Like, I wonder if his phone's okay.
Like, shit, I'd be more worried about the phone than the fucking pelvis. I already know I can afford a fucking pelvis bill.
Sure got his priorities straight.
Like, look, what's me worrying about my broken pelvis gonna do, my guy?
I mean, he is young, so it should moderately heal well, but it's just he's gonna be fucked up for the rest of his life, especially with the all the fractures in his back.
Yep, and the pelvic, yeah. He probably just aged himself by about 15 years.
I mean, fucking, he hit the ground.
Close to death.
I fucking ran over to him. He was still conscious. I started fucking unequipping any equipment that was pulling him into an unhealthy fucking stabilized position, and then fucking he was like, "Oh, I definitely broke one of my fucking teeth. I could feel it." I was like, "Oh, don't tell me that. That's fucked." I was hoping he passed out on the way down, you know, so his body would limp out and take less damage, but I'm not sure if that happened or not.
Probably not.
So, did he do it to himself, or was this like a health thing?
Yes, it was attempted suicide.
So it was user error. When you top a tree, this is the process. Depending on the wood you're on, if it's soft, hard, rotted, or if you know the health of the tree, it makes a slight impact of the order of this. But generally, is that if you're tied into a tree, you make your notch, determining the direction of where you're gonna fell it at the top. So you're whatever distance up on the tree, and you buckstrap in, which is another safety line we use. You spike in, so that way you've got 3 points of contact. You remove your climbing line from where it is in the tree. You hook it on right below your buckstrap, so you have 4 points of contact, and then you make your cut. I don't know what distracted him today. I don't know what was going through his head. He seemed fine. He seemed fine yesterday. I don't know what was going through his head, but he never removed his climbing line. I was tying up ropes. The other 2 guys on the team were putting stuff in the chipper and cleaning up the area. And I heard the cut. I moved out of the way. I looked over. Top hit the ground. I covered my face because all the dust, rock, sand, all that jazz that flows up from that. I looked up at the tree. I didn't see him in the tree. It was about a 40-ish, 45-foot fall. I looked over. I saw him moving on the ground, and I realized what happened. I fucking sprinted over to him and just started, just trying to get him into a stable position where he wasn't moving, his head wasn't moving, his neck wasn't moving. Just important first aid shit.
Yeah.
Did he yell timber?
Not yell timber. He didn't say a word. That motherfucker hit the ground quiet.
Lumberjacks don't just say timber.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, if you hear us, honestly, if you hear me yelling at anything, it's usually headache, which is the sign that something's getting cut and you shouldn't be below me.
Bro, how did I die?
Vado's always making a joke.
Oh my god.
Same with his flannel shirts.
Sir, you think he added this?
Holy shit, it's a soul!
Soul's on!
Good.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Guys.
Yeah.
I just died in the labyrinth.
Fucking rip.
Online servers are interesting.
Just died in labyrinth. Oh well. Let's not have that happen again, guys. Let's not have the newbies take the behemoth over to a place and kill everybody. We good? We good now? We good?
I feel bad for Nira.
Good? We good? Okay, we're good.
They said
I'm taking this motherfucker, okay?
Evening up your PC.
Yeah.
Wow, you're right though. So, not that I think we'll have that many people on that time. For 15 slots for 90 days, that's not terrible.
No.
You didn't say a price.
I'm not telling you the price.
Okay, then what are you saying anything for? That doesn't describe anything.
Sir.
15 slots for 90 days, okay?
I am 7 beers in. I will say what I want.
That's fair. That's fair.
You're 7 beers in? What?
Yeah, and I got at least 12 more to go. What you mean? Well,
Rip his liver.
One of my friends had some sort of spiked iced tea they didn't want, so they gave that to me, and then I have a whole bunch of Wachusett blueberry and strawberries over there.
My mom somehow brought back like 7 pouches of frozen margarita mix.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what
I also still have my bottle of whiskey.
Bottle of whiskey?
I have some Jefferson's
Seeing
Reserve.
him raid again with all that alcohol in him.
I actually really like this Jefferson's Reserve, by the way, Brig. I know you're a whiskey fan.
She went AFK.
She's AFK.
That's fine. She'll get the sentiment, over the same wavelength.
She knows you're talking about alcohol. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yes.
She has a tingling in her liver.
Bruh, what are you doing?
The conversation, though. I don't You're there for it, man.
I don't.
You know, drinking long term has a effects of reducing heart attack risk.
Wait, what?
Yeah, drinking alcohol has a.
One glass of red wine a day. Yes.
No, she was like taking like social drinking. It reduces heart attack risk, and I'm like, yeah, because it increases your liver failure. More like to die of liver god than heart god.
Oh, big. I don't like you, big.
Why? What's he doing?
No, big is like do not disturb mode. So I just ready check is automatic X.
Rico, by the way, there's someone who ran by me earlier while I was out there looking for Nira role-playing her role.
All right, Figgy,
and
you can
name
have.
was Nico Knee.
Oh no!
And I was like, I'm gonna break your Nico kneecaps, motherfucker.
I haven't seen much Russian Badger lately.
Motherfucker, what?
Brenda.
Tasso's not a Russian Badger fan.
About a year or two ago, Tasso, there was this big anime meme of a girl going Nico knee, and like, there's this one streamer called Russian Badger. He's also a YouTuber, and somebody played was reading the chat and they kept spamming it. He goes, "If you keep up with that, I'm gonna break your Nico kneecaps." Fucking great. This day will be iconic.
Oh, absolutely. You would be surprised how many memes come from Badger that people never know where it came from.
Goodbye.
Fire warning shot, Peters.
Potato. Fire warning shot. I know what you're talking about.
Goodbye, big.
Patterson, fire warning shot. This is a grenade launcher. Ah, potato, fire warning shot.
The fucking Nerf gun racking. Then he fucking racks with
comes in with his 12 gauge, right?
Oh shit, so good.
Badger's fantastic.
Absolutely.
It's not just Badger, it's the whole crew. I gotta give.
Oh, absolutely. Every single fucking one of them.
Skulker is one of my favorites. Low-key. Skulker,
Yeah.
Tasso is turning into a Skulker with his fucking soundboard. He wants to expand it and use it all the fucking time.
Man gonna
All
die.
right,
in rage.
I've now died twice in this place.
There it is.
Stop dying, Sank.
Also, did you guys see that the Olympics played for the opening music a fucking bunch of game music?
Yes,
No, I didn't. But I did see
saw
the
on
one.
Twitter.
But I did see the meme where the bikers were going by and some dude had his eyes glued to a whole bunch of anime chicks on the side of a fucking cafe.
Man, fuck the Olympics. I'm here for the anime.
Actually, I might have it still on my phone. Hold on a second.
My goodness gracious.
Tokyo's gonna suffer so much from the Olympics. I feel sorry for it.
They'll be fine. Their anti-sex beds are hysterical. Did I not save this?
If not.
Whatever. There's other shit I can post here.
I do remember hearing about the bed. That was just what? That made no sense.
Japan. Birth rate declining. Also Japan. Have no sex bed. Holy shit, this is a fucking video from fucking 2014.
Stop that.
I'm listening to X-Keto's Best of the Best. So good. I miss some of the old EDM musics. I didn't realize it, but like a lot of like higher profile EDM musicians nowadays, like back in the old days, they were like publishing on X-Keto music because she has such large coverage on YouTube.
That doesn't go down. I'm a fool. Hold on a second. Delete that. Thank you.
No, don't delete it.
No, don't worry. It's going here. Don't worry. It won't disappear.
Disappear.
Just be moved.
Machinist, nice to see you.
Oh no. Why?
You're coming with me.
Why? Why is this a thing? I need to know.
The amount of stuff people find on the internet.
Big ass 2B. Big ass 2.
Don't worry about it.
That would be so fucking weird to use, though. Also, the one on the left stick doesn't have joysticks.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, what? Where is this photo?
Oh, places.
Yeah, places. Don't worry, it's in the chat that you can look at.
Okay. I'll look at it here once I'm done.
Jesus, that Silverleaf? Bullet for my Valentine. Because they also made the fucking same exact lyrics.
Those emo bands, they all sound the same.
You're not wrong.
It's always the same 5 notes, man. Why is my Twitch buffering so much lately?
Can we talk about the fucking Russian sharpshooter who had the best pose during fucking Olympics? Did anybody else see that?
No, I did not.
We'll finally fucking do it. Hell yes.
What did he? What? It sounds like you had some sort of intense thing going on here.
Every time I've been on here, I've been facing the raid area doing stack up my damage. Lately, I've been fucking up lately, so.
Also, can you do anything else but be in Zadnor?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I've been doing both this and that. Like I said, I've been trying to improve my shit.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm posting in a second. Because the text wasn't over it.
Is it the fucking JoJo pose?
No.
It's not the JoJo pose.
There you go.
Oh my fucking god!
That was the gold medal, by the way.
Oh boy.
What?
The fucking Witcher!
Oh my gosh. Wait, I can't
Fucking
find it.
ripping it out, yo!
Oh, this is after hours, 100%. Alright, 1 second.
Oh my god. The fuck is with that controller, huh? What?
Wait,
bro.
You jelly?
No.
Another can bites the dust. Where's my box?
I like how the thighs on the TV controller are really thick. Got them thick thighs.
Thick thighs save lives, but knee highs are my demise.
Exactly.
Wrist.
Hey, I need you to stop, sir. No
I don't know what
problem.
you're expecting out of him.
At this point, I don't know either.
I'm sorry. You just need to join the religion of thick thighs. Save lives.
I have thick thighs now.
222.
Oh my god, no!
What? What'd you see, sir?
That fucking picture you posted it after hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need to stop.
We ain't done, boys. Until my phone dies, we're scrolling through memes and I'm posting them.
There we go.
And crack another can.
Me crack corn and not care.
What are you from Ohio? Sorry,
Yeah.
mystery. Not sorry though.
Yeah, what are you from Ohio?
From South Kakalaki.
No, because if he's eating corn and he's from Ohio, he's just cannibalizing them.
That's facts. Every time I drive past Philly, I'm like, I should go visit Sink. I'm like, nah, we're strangers
Nah.
still.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Restrain yourself, sir. What do you
I know. How dare I?
No, I
When
need,
you ask a Chief Thunder why they must.
I need one more book of Umbra. Guess I'm getting an Eden more.
I might as well just post it. Look.
I need to get an Eden more.
Meme time, boys.
Yeah, I need one more book of Umbra.
Oof.
Okay, so I have 8
Oh no.
World of Dark or Cloud of Darkness ain't bad. I can get one more book.
Oh no.
I have not cleared her at all or even touched her.
I'm gonna make a judgment.
I don't think you
on
want to
this
touch her,
beforehand.
but yeah.
I think Tasso and Draco have the most visceral reactions to this one.
I have not fought that boss since the
Sure,
first time we went in.
You dirty. Oh my god. You sick son of a bitch. I don't. Oh, okay, that's gonna be in my
I knew you listened
That's
to
gonna
it,
be in my
motherfucker.
dreams. You dirty.
I knew you.
motherfucker.
I knew you fucking listen to it again.
I don't want to know.
Me neither.
Actually,
I don't want to know.
I thought no. I take that back. Toss it. I take that back. I thought you were looking at Dankwaters Not After Hours, but sure.
Oh, you sick bastard.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that before it gets too sick. Oh man. All right. I think we're at the end of the line here. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Did a lot. Damn. I really want to go back and get that hood. I really do. I just wanted to get. I needed to get the ring. I need to augment him, really. So I have to go through the near dungeons, upgrade them. I'll be best in slot for at least these two, and then I got to get one more Eden more. So that means I got to go into Cloud of Darkness. Oh man, going back into Savage. This is gonna be something. I gotta go back into Savage. You need a friggin' soundboard. It's an additive. You don't need a soundboard. You don't need a soundboard. You want a soundboard, but you don't need one. You don't need one. But it does sound like fun having one. I could say that. Crowbarred bitch. Oh my god. Alright guys, have a good night. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later. Have a good night. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see y'all later.